Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Strap in. This is going to be a long one. We're going to run through every single new team up and old one that maybe got changed or revamped in this new patch for Season 9.0 of Marvel Rivals. Now, I'm going to give the best I can, at least initial impressions on each team up, where they might be valuable. The best I can from my experience as a one above all player in this game, because a lot of team ups, for example, have their clear niches relative to the second team up. So each hero has two team ups. Some team ups are very clear where they're strong and very clear where they're weak. And we're going to go through all of that for every hero. I will try my best to timestamp every single hero because we're going to go through all of them. So if there's any specific heroes you're really interested in seeing, you can click on the description and look at all the timestamps. Otherwise, let's get straight into it, starting with supports. I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, starting off with Jubilee. Now, I will have to give you a little bit of an explanation of how her kit works since she is the new hero. I figured it'd be fun to start on Jubilee. But basically, the way her kit works is you have a bubble. And this bubble will heal allies and damage them. Now, when you pop the bubble, it will put sparks on whoever's in it. Whether it's your allies. Let me just turn cooldowns off. Whether it's your allies. You see the spark right there? Or its enemies, it'll put a spark. Now, when you shoot that spark, it enhances your left click, which is your primary. So right here, slower attack speed, and you also have ammo. The ammo will drain. I have cooldowns off, but the ammo will drain. But when you ignite and then shoot the person that has one of the sparks, your ammo gets buffed and you get rapid fire. So that leads us into the first team up. The first team up, which is with the Hood, who sadly is not in the game. And I do not think this team up is the better of the two, considering Hood is not in the game yet. So you cannot get the enhanced effect, which might make it broken. Okay, might make it really freaking powerful. But the way it works is when you have that enhanced attack speed, it now becomes a hit scan attack, a little bit harder to aim, but it's able to headshot now, and it self-heals you. So it just becomes a much more powerful beam. So as you see, with the team up activated, ignites, bam, it becomes a hit scan beam, which can now headshot. Previously, it cannot headshot, which means you have a much higher, like, DPS output, should you land your headshots, and it does self-heal you on hit. However, the self-healing isn't too amazing when compared to the Blade one, because the Blade one is a little, it also gives you self-healing, but, like, on top of giving your allies self-healing. So the Blade one is a cooldown. I'll show you what cooldown's on. It is, you press it, and an aura around you that makes everyone around you, including yourself, self-heal, or aka lifesteal on damage. So over ends a 12-second cooldown, and you can get the enhanced effect because Blade is in the game, unlike the Hood. And the enhanced effect, it essentially makes it to where it also heals allies around you. So I'll show you guys right here with the enhanced effect how much healing it does. But she also self-heals, so I do think the Blade team-up for now, until Hood is in the game, then we'll reassess. I think for now, the Blade team-up is a little bit better. Yeah, you can get higher DPS output with the other one, but this one, you can get the enhanced effect where it heals a little bit to everyone over time, and on only a 12-second cooldown, and it lasts this long. And it also self-heals you without shooting. So, like, let's just take a little bit of damage here, right? So when you pop that C, you will self-heal. And you'll self-heal quicker if you have enhanced damage as well. So, like, you will get lifesteal. Now, if you pop your thing, you will actually lifesteal a little bit quicker, too. It's lifesteal, not self-healing. So, it's based off damage. So, if you do more damage, you will lifesteal more. So, let's do it again. Let's get the enhanced form, and we'll pop it, and then, bam. Pretty quick lifesteal. And so, the only advantage you'd get with really this one for now is the possibility of headshotting, which does a little bit more damage. Or a lot more damage. So that's really the only advantage you get, but for, like, the sake of your team, Vampirkin is the team up to go. Gambit. So, Gambit's team ups are pretty simple. You have two options, and it's very, very clear. One of them is mostly good against dive. The other one, mostly good against poke. So, let's look at the one that's good against dive first. Essentially, you throw down a field that knocks people out of it, damages people as they try to go into it, and it heals allies that are inside of it as well, as you can see right here. So it's essentially an anti-dive material. So if you are facing dive, like a Black Panther, Spider-Man, really anything, you just throw it down, and you and your second support can just chill inside, get self-healing, and get enemy divers knocked back. Like, they cannot enter, right? And the cooldown's not too crazy. Let me just double check. Yeah, it lasts a pretty good amount of 15 seconds as well. It's not bad. So that's like against dive, right? Now, if you're facing poke, you go with this one. This one, I'll let you read it if you want, but basically you use your staff to deflect projectiles, and so let's just read it, okay? So the radiating fire sparks provide healing to nearby allies. The staff deals damage to close range enemies, and rapid spinning blocks incoming damage. So you can use this against dive as well. You definitely can. And of course, it just gets enhanced. Well, different parts of your kit get enhanced when you have Jubilee, but you can use it against dive, but it's probably better against poke, just because it's like a frontal deflection of damage, right? So if you're exposed to someone on poke, you can just activate it and deflect damage, which will also heal you. Let me show you with health lower. Yeah, it'll heal you too, which is pretty useful. Yeah, it actually lasts a pretty good amount of time too. Like, it's a pretty good deflect. You can use it against melee because it will do damage. Right? It's a pretty decent amount too. But I think the other field is probably a lot better because like divers just can't even enter it, and with all the new broken team ups in the game, I think having the anti-dive field, like making it to where they can't even hit you, is probably more valuable than this, which doesn't protect your other support unless they're like body blocking, so it could. But either way, if you're facing dive, I recommend the other one. If you're facing poke, I recommend this one. Now, if you do have Jubilee, you just get a buff on your other abilities, right? It doesn't buff this ability. It's just a base buff to your other abilities. So let's just put Jubilee in. But what it is if you have Jubilee in the game, both your bash and this, your dash, big easy impact, get an additional healing over time added to it. So we'll see right here, you get additional healing over time activated, and the same thing with your dash. You get a healing over time activated on you or whatever allies. So we'll see right here, you get a little bit of a healing over time. It's a little bit of a buff. The Magneto enhanced one is when teaming up with Magneto, after the duration ends, the magnetic poles of the two cards reverse. They violently slam back together and explode, providing an extra burst of healing to allies and damage to enemies. So let's get this team up going over here. But it still doesn't change how this is an anti-dive and the other one is more against poke. You throw this down, and right when it ends, there should be an additional explosion that'll provide more healing to you and more damage to enemies. Just a little extra explosion at the end. More healing, more damage. So with Strategist Deadpool, the first one is a Hela team-up that gives you an additional upgrade on your katana or your gun. Now, the katana, I'll let you guys pause and read it if you want, but the upgrade, let's do the gun first. So if you do not have Hela, you can only pick one, upgraded gun or upgraded katana. If you have Hela, you can do both. So the upgraded gun on Stratpool essentially means to where once that bird bar fills, it will launch a projectile at a nearby ally and it will heal them. So let's do it one more time. Let me get a bit lower. And I think if you're damaging enemies too, it'll launch at an enemy for damaging enemies. But if you're aiming it at an ally, it'll also heal the ally. So Duelist and Vanguard Deadpool, it'll only deal damage. But for Stratpool, if you're healing an ally, it'll also shoot it at the ally instead. Duelist and Vanguard Deadpool don't have that option. The katanas have additional healing energy. So if we read it right here, every strike injects undead energy into the enemy. Hitting an enemy 3 times with a katana detonates the energy, dealing percentage-based true damage, scaling off their max health. Strategist gains additional healing when unleashing that energy. So let's take a bit of damage here. And let me upgrade that right there. Yeah, so to take a little bit more damage, then bam. And once it unleashes, you get a little bit of extra healing. So it's really good against, like, dive, for example, if you're being dove. But the katana one for Stratpool is a bit more damage-oriented. Because the bigger part is you deal percentage-based true damage on tanks, right? That's, like, the better part of it. The strategist one, if you're a strategist, it just means you also get healing, right? So we can put a tank in to show you guys, like, it does percent damage. So it's pretty good against, like, tanks, right? It's not crazy, but it's pretty good. It's percent damage. And the strategist just means it'll heal you additionally. The Gambit team-up is really quite good. So without Gambit, it's just a jump into a heal. You jump, and you heal. It'll heal you, or you'll heal your allies, or both. So let me take some damage. It's pretty good. It's not on a long cooldown. You pop it. Boop. Oh, it doesn't heal you. I was wrong about that. I thought it healed you. It doesn't heal you. It just heals your allies. Pop it, and it'll... Oh, it does heal you. No, that's my regenerative factor. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it does not heal you. It'll just heal your allies. Let's do it one more time. It's okay. It's pretty good. It'll let you escape as well, a diver. So it's pretty good if you're being dove, I'd say. Again, like, this is an example of another team up where it's, like, clear when to use it. Like, Gambit team up probably against divers. Hela team up probably against poke, especially because it just makes your ranged healing better where you're not the target. AKA your guns healing your allies because you're not the target. Your allies are. But if you're facing dive, you're probably the target. So having this jump to escape and heal allies is pretty good. Now, if you have Gambit, it does make it even better against dive because now you can stun. Now you can stun with it. It'll actually stun the enemy. If you read here, when teaming up with Gambit, the kinetic energy causes Deadpool's landing to inflict a stun on enemies. So on top of the heal, it'll have a... Oh, why did it change me to duelist, Deadpool? Okay. On top of the heal, it'll do damage. So bam, it'll heal your allies. But on top of that, it'll stun them for a brief second. Pretty good against dive. White Fox has a pretty clear winner in my opinion. So the Black Cat team up is the same one as before, but it doesn't just heal with one tick. It now has a duration, and it heals allies in the radius. It heals allies, damages enemies, slows enemies, and applies a little speed boost to your allies. But it's a small amount, right? It's a small amount. So let's look right here. Continuous healing on your allies. I'll show you guys in a second how good it can be. And then on enemies, we'll show you right here. It does everyone. So it'll heal and it'll deal damage. It's not a lot of damage, and it's also not a lot of healing, but it's like a boost, especially because it's active while you're in your melee form. So you can pop it if you're diving with your team, or if you're brawling, or you're being dove. Of course, it would be 2 cooldowns at once, so you do want to be careful about how you do that. I mean, if you're going to use both at once, I mean, you can, but like you are using two of your strong cooldowns, and it is not, I believe it's on like a 20-second cooldown, I believe. So it is a pretty big cooldown to use. Now, if you have a Black Cat on your team, it makes it to where when you team up with Black Cat using the orb, it's Spirit Tail energy state where you no longer consume Spirit Tail energy for a duration. So basically what it means is I'll turn cooldowns back on. And then we will go activate the team up. Dun, dun, dun. So when you pop it, it restores 1 and it doesn't use your spectral energy. And then if you pop your melee form as well. So let's pop this. Nothing consumed. Nothing consumed. Pretty good if you have a Black Cat. But I think this is a clear winner, usually, because if you look at the other team up is it's all right. You know, it's all right. I'm not a huge fan of it, but basically what it is activating your Fox form or your melee form. It just doesn't use Spirit Tail energy, which is, I mean, it's all right, but usually when I'm playing White Fox, I never find myself ever starved for spirit energy. So, like, the fact that it doesn't consume energy, like, the cooldown's still 15 seconds, right? The cooldown's still the same. And I don't find it to be that much better than the other team up. I think the other team up's just better. And now, if you have Psylocke on your team, it is a little bit better because it does reduce the cooldown too. So right here, when you have team up with Psylocke and she's in the game, it reduces the cooldown as well. So we'll show you guys with cooldowns on. Dun, 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 dun. And then full duration. And you get out of it, and it's down to 12 seconds from 15. So you get 3 seconds off on top of it not using any of your stuff. It's all right. It is. It's not bad. Like, I definitely think it's viable. It's usable, especially if you do have a Psylocke. Like, if you have a Psylocke versus the Black Cat one, no Black Cat, I mean, maybe take the Psylocke one. But, like, I really do like the ability of, like, this ability to, like, enable your team. Like, you're being dove, you pop this, it's just an extra aura of healing, especially because, I didn't show you guys yet, but you can pop that before you use your ultimate. So it also helps your ultimate. More healing and more damage in your ultimate as well. It's just really good. It's like, it's useful no matter what situation you're in, you press this, it's just guaranteed strong value. I highly recommend this team up over the other one in like almost every situation. Looking at Jeff, his team ups are exactly the same as before in terms of what they are, but they have been revised. So the Venom one, it's the same thing with allies. You use it on allies. Let's go over here, and it'll put a tendril out that heals them, right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't heal you. Yeah, it only heals your allies, right? It only heals your allies, which it's still really good though, and it also gives them bonus health too. Right there, it gives them bonus health. But the revised version is when it's enhanced With the Venom, it allows you to also attack enemies. Now, that's pretty interesting. Right here, it'll also hit enemies. Pretty cool, in my opinion. Actually, I haven't tested if it hits enemies and allies. It can, and it looks like there's no maxed amount of tendrils. Wow, okay. Pretty good team up, in my opinion. I think that's a clear winner over the other one, while the other one is still pretty good. I'll show you guys here. The other one is, it's the plushie you had before, where you throw it down. Now, without Deadpool, you throw it down, and like before, it's a little circular radius. It taunts enemies while also damaging them, or actually, no, it doesn't damage enemies. Yeah, it just heals allies. But if you team up with Deadpool, it's a stronger taunt, and then it damages enemies. So the non-Deadpool team-up enhanced version, you throw it, and it just heals your allies. Pretty good. Pretty good. But if you have Venom on your if you have Deadpool on your team, you could use it offensively as well, and it does damage. Same thing with the Venom team-up. The enhanced version allows you to be offensive with it. Overall, I think the Venom one is much better. The raw numbers are better, and the radius is better too, and the amount of people you can hit. I just think that the Venom one is almost always better. I mean, maybe you can find a use for the Deadpool one over the Venom, but the Venom one seems like it's universally going to be, like, generally just better. So with Invisible Woman, the first team up, it's going to be situational. It's not a combat ability. It'll be very situational. But again, it's not a combat ability. So the way you use this is going to be completely up to you, and you guys can get creative with it. But for average combat, the other team up is better. But for this one, what it does is you pop it, and allies around you get healing and a speed boost, and they go invisible. And if you have a Mr. Fantastic on your team, the healing, speed boost, and the visible state duration are all increased and enhanced. So let me show you right here. You pop it, and your teammates around you in a pretty big radius actually go invisible. It's a pretty big radius. Let's see how far you can go. You see like the little blue line right there, and you can go out of the radius too, and it stays active. So it's like a duration thing. So once you pop it, they're invisible for the whole duration. It's really good if you want to like coordinate with someone and you want to give them invisibility to route to a backline, but it is not a combat-based thing because it allows your team to just engage in combat more safer, I guess you could say. So it really depends on how you use it. Maybe in coordinated play, this will be really, really, really powerful. But for most players, this will probably be the better option for most games and for most players. And it's a buff to your shield. Your shield that you put on yourself and on allies. Generate a flame shield for a targeted ally that blocks incoming damage while providing continuous healing to everyone nearby, like the previous shield, but this one's just better. Projectiles from teammates shot through the shield now get a damage boost, and enemies that pass through it are slowed. So it's essentially a better version of the shield we had before. You pop it in front. It's a bigger shield. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's a bigger shield, and your allies that shoot through it, they get damage, right? They get a damage boost, including you. Like you get a damage buff when you shoot through it. So it's pretty good for pocketing someone. Now, if you have Human Torch on your team, is when it gets really, really good, because let me read the description here as it show you. The flame shield gets larger and a bigger value. And look how big it is. Ready? 400 value, and this thing is freaking massive. And you get damage boost when shooting through it. It's just a massive damage boosted shield. You can like your DPS that are contesting off angles are going to be on, like, they're going to be on drugs with this kind of shield. Like, they're going to contest an off angle. You just give them like the most beautiful pocket of their life and a damage boost. It's insane utility. Insane utility, but you do need Human Torch for the increased shield value and the bigger shield. But if you don't have Human Torch, it still is pretty good. Let me show you guys right here. Still pretty good. They still get a damage boost, which is nice. Lots of value to your duelists. But yeah, the other one is going to be utility and team-based. It depends on if you think you can get value with the comp you're playing. And it's up to you to think of creative ways to actually use that team up. Ultron gets a really, really cool team up. I actually think this is so much fun. Basically, when you press C, it will temporarily put drones on all your allies to heal all of them. And it's only on a 15-second cooldown. It might not last that long, but it makes him so much more viable in a 2-support comp. Bam! It drones on all allies. Now, if your team is all stacked, the healing will stack too. It's quite useful, quite fun. If you have a Peni Parker, this is where it gets kind of crazy. What am I doing? Right here. Yeah, if you have a Peni Parker, you can also apply the overhealth and the damage boost, your Imperative Firewall, to all of them. So, we wait for your spawns, pop it, and then bam. Now they all get over shield, and they all get damage boost. Actually crazy damage boosting everyone, and it's only on a 15-second cooldown as well. So on a 15-second cooldown, you can temporarily shield everyone, drone everyone, and give them a damage boost. Very powerful, especially if you have a Peni. This is one of those ones where the Peni team up, the enhanced Peni part, where Penny's in the game, enhances it. It makes it so much better. The other ones, it's okay. It's just the Iron Man team up where you heal. This was never really powerful. It was never really something the Ultron players even use. I was even told by a really good Ultron player that you never really actually want to use this. It's pretty bad. I would almost never recommend this one if I'm being honest, even if you have Iron Man. Let me just show you guys the enhanced one though. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, the enhanced one where you have Iron Man, as it says here. When you're using it, Imperative Firewall fires powerful homing missile enemies in range. I can't remember how much damage this does. Let me see. Right here. Oh yeah, it's only when the team ups up. Pop that. No? Does not just say it fires... Did not just say that it... Imperative Firewall fires powerful homing missiles at enemies in range. It might be bugged, guys. I think this team up might be bugged. Because I'm not seeing... Or is it Iron Man? When fires homing missiles at enemies in range. Yeah, I don't know if this team up actually even works, guys. You're supposed to fire missiles at enemies in range, but I'm not seeing missiles anywhere. Maybe it's on the drone? It could be that I'm using it wrong. But, like, I'm not seeing no... Yeah, I guess I didn't test this one before. When team with Iron Man, Imperative Firewall fires powerful homing missiles at enemies in range. Imperative Firewall is not doing that. Yeah, it's not doing that. So there's something wrong with this team, unfortunately. Hopefully they fix that before they... Cloak Dagger has some really crazy ones. The first one is her Luna Snow one. This is the obvious anti-dive team-up, right? It's you basically go immortal for 3 seconds in an ice casing while healing allies around you. Let me show you right here. 3 seconds of you take no damage and you're immortal and you self-heal. So let me just take some damage and show you how much self-healing you do. It is a pretty good amount of self-healing. So 150 health. It gets me to full. It gets me to full health with it. And it also heals allies around you, as you can see. Very strong against like heavy dive. And if you have Luna Snow on your team, it simply buffs the amount of healing it does. And so it does end up doing a pretty large amount of healing. I'll also show you guys the cooldown here. Let me just let him take some damage. And then... Come on, bro. Shoot. I'll just do it. Yeah, pretty good healing. Almost like a cloak bubble. And the cooldown's 20 seconds. It is a little bit of a longer cooldown, but it makes sense because how powerful it is. But the healing, again, it is a pretty substantial amount of healing with the Luna. So if you're going to run Cloak Luna, you have a pretty strong anti-dive. Like this, your Luna probably won't die next to you when you pop that. And if you're being like really heavy dove, like they have like 4 divers, pop a bubble plus this, no one dies. No one in your radius dies. It's insane healing. The other team up is the clear choice against Poke, right? It's a lot more skill expressive though, and you can essentially, it doesn't work because I have the thing on, but it doesn't work when you have cooldowns activated. But you can essentially stop it early, and what it does is it plants a shield, and the shield. So, like, this is the cloak one, right? Where you plant the shield, and it stops, like, it reduces the amount of healing that goes through. So, if you pop it, like, in front of the enemy tanks, they'll be reduced on healing. So, let's say this is an enemy tank. I send it up, and I spawn it right there. Now, it's behind the enemy tank. Healing that goes towards them is reduced. So, it's like an anti-heal. Pretty powerful. And that's on top of it applying everything it normally applies. It applies the invulnerability. So, now you have the invulnerability that it applies... Plus the anti-heal that healing going through will be subjected to. Pretty crazy. Very skill expressive too. And this is as easier as the other team up is. This is way better if they're not running dive. If they're not running dive, clear choice. Same thing happens for the healing one. It essentially becomes a shield. So let's say this is your ally. You pop it. It heals them. It provides the healing boost like normal. And then puts a shield that reduces damage that goes through. Very powerful against Poke. Against dive though... maybe if it's like one diver, you maybe would not want to give up all this utility for the Luna one if it's like one diver, but any more than one diver, you're probably going to get more value out of the Luna one. Sadly though, this one is a hood team up, so the enhanced effect is not available in this season, which is when teaming up with the Hood, the width of both of them are expanded, and allies passing through the veils get a damage boost. This whole team up becomes absolutely wild if you have the Hood on your team. Way better than this one if you have the Hood, but this one is still good against like extreme dive. Rocket does have some pretty fun ones. I will admit, some pretty fun ones. The first one is with Groot. So when you're teamed up with Groot, you get to, as usual, as before, you can go on his shoulders and you get extended duration on the team up. What the team up is you press C, and instead of your left click that normally shoots your machine gun, you now shoot spores that also poison the enemy and heal your allies. Lots of DPS rocket utility here. Like, let's say someone's diving you and your team is peeling. You can pop this, poison the enemy, and heal your teammate. And it's actually really good healing because you could weave it with an orb. So if you're being dove or someone really needs healing, you can actually weave it for healing. Because it gives overshield while it heals at the same time. If you notice, I'll let them get lower, and then I'll pop it. It's overshield while it's healing as well. So it's both. It's overshield and it's healing. It's very powerful. The orbs themselves have a higher raw healing output. We'll show you right there. But this is still powerful, and you can weave it in. Like, you shoot an orb, and you notice the orb is still traveling. So you can shoot the orb in, and then bam. Go with the overshield. The overshield's quite valuable. It's probably probably the better team up of the two. But it's also a 12-second cooldown, which is pretty low. The other team up is probably better against dive. You drop a bunch of nuts on the ground that if you go over, they heal you. And they heal you for a lot. Now, they can be shotgunned at an ally to heal them as well. But it's not really a lot. I wouldn't ever really consider using that to do that. Just because your orbs are better. But I'll show you how much healing it does. It is a pretty good amount of healing. If they're running dive. Oh my god, Rocket doesn't take damage to them? Oh my god, that's crazy. Come on. There you go. So you can, like, if you know they have dive, you can preset your acorns and then, like, dash through them. Like, go and grab on them when you're getting low. Dash through, or you can, like, dash through them. Lots of options you can do, but it is pretty good. And then when you're with Squirrel Girl, you just get an increased charge count. Now, there is a really unique thing about this, and it reduces the global cooldowns. So anyone you throw this on, their cooldowns are reduced. So let me show you, for example, my dashes. Dun, 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 dun. And then, bam, a bunch of cooldown reduction. It's not like a crazy amount. It's only a couple seconds. But it could be really useful on allies with unique specific abilities that you can maybe coordinate with your team. Like maybe if you have an Iron Fist that's like getting low, you throw the acorns on him, he gets his block back immediately. So many like unique ways to use it. You guys can get really creative with it. The best part about this is definitely the cooldown reduction, because it's going to allow for some really creative ways of using it. I'm excited to see what people do with that. So Mantis has her res comp team up back, where when she dies, she can resurrect anywhere on the map. And after, you get a little buff as well. And the enhanced version is pretty cool too. I'll show you in a second. But basically, I'll also show you the cooldown here. You resurrect anywhere. It's just like before. You die and you resurrect, and you have I think it's 90 seconds. 90-second cooldown on it. Now, while this team up is active as well, you also get a buff, which is after using Natural Anger, which is the buff on yourself. Right, I believe it's F, right? Yeah, right here. Your Nature's Favor is then enhanced, which is your healing. So every time, so basically when you provide this to yourself, when you use your Natural Anger on yourself, which gives you a damage boost, it also gives you basically a healing boost. Bam, and then you healing boost your ally. It's like a bigger boost. Now, if Adam Warlock is on the team, this is going to be a really strong res comp, guys. But basically, when you die, you can soul bond everyone and heal them over time as well. So with the Adam Warlock enhanced version, you can soul bond your allies before you resurrect, right here. And it's just a little buff you can give them, right? You soul bond before you resurrect. So I'll show you guys one more time. The Adam Warlock enhanced version. It's going to make this res comp really powerful. Like Star-Lord Adam Mantis is probably going to go crazy. You go over here, and now you only have a couple of seconds to res, so you got to go pretty quickly. Bam, right there. The first time you guys saw me do it, I actually missed it, but it's a pretty good soul bond, in my opinion. I think that little circle around her is the ally she heals naturally. But yeah, pretty good team up. The second one this is... I mean, I think the res one is the best all around, okay? I think it's, like, the best one all around. But this one does have value, too, if your life is not threatened. Because if the enemy team is running, like, dive, where they're going to be targeting you, the self-res might be pretty important. But if you don't think you're really at risk, just having more healing is probably going to be better. Because this is a pretty substantial healing buff. So, it just makes it to where you can recast Healing Flower on the same ally, and it'll enhance it as well as spread it. So, it enhances this one, so now you see it heals more and it lasts longer. And it also gives a big burst right there, which spreads the aura to other allies. And then bam, and now that the aura was spread to another ally, you can chain it. So, bam, spreads to him, bam, spreads. And so you can just keep chaining the aura. It's pretty powerful healing buffs. You can just, and like, so if your team is stacked, it's going to add up to be a lot of healing. A lot of healing. If Star-Lord is in the lobby, you don't have to cast it twice. If you use Star-Lord, basically, you get the enhanced thing on the first go. So I'll just show you guys, because why not? Right here. You press with the Star-Lord team up. The enhanced one, it happens right away. You don't have to use 2 of your orbs for it. It's pretty good in my opinion. If your life is not at risk in the enemy, in the comp, like if they're not targeting you, then maybe the Star-Lord one is better. But on average, like having your own Resurrect is usually pretty good, but this will add up to a lot of healing as well over the course of the game, so it'll be fun to experiment with this. Luna Snow, the first team up is your Duality Dance. It was the previous Adam Warlock team up, but it's a little bit better now, a little bit enhanced. So when you pop this, it'll soul bond everyone around you, and damaging enemies will heal you, and healing allies will also heal you. So it's just a survivability buff for yourself. Yeah, it's just a big survivability buff for yourself. Great if you're the target and there was a lot of dive. Now, if you have Adam Warlock on your team, it'll also make it to where you could lower your cooldowns with critical hits. So, right here, headshot. Right there, headshot, and you see all my cooldowns going down. Yeah, critical hits lower all your cooldowns, which is pretty powerful. This is great against, like, dive or just comps where you're the target and your life is at risk. Because it's about protecting yourself, right? This one, the White Fox, is just like the current team up, but there's an enhanced version where the charm comes back to you, so it's a double stun. So, boop, and then it comes all the way back, so it stuns twice. So I'll just let you guys read it here. Healing any allies on his path, activating the ability instantly cleanses all negative effects. So if you have like an anti-heal or a slow or anything, and then yeah, and then when you have White Fox, it'll also retreat. So it's great to shoot it through tanks. It'll like hopefully shoot it through the tanks to hit the enemy backline if you can get close enough, because that is going to have a lot of value, especially on enemy poke. If there's a duelist taking an angle on you, like they creep up here, you can shoot that. It'll also return and damage them. It's pretty powerful. The Duality Dance, it's hard to say which one's going to be better, if I'm being honest. They're both pretty powerful in their own ways, and I really don't know what the right answer is all the time. I'm leaning more towards Duality Dance, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of leaning more towards it. But like if you have a White Fox in a team, which you're more likely to have a White Fox on your team than an Atom, and the White Fox one, it's like, this is always good. The Atlas Bond is always going to be useful. Duality Dance is not always going to be useful. So I think on average, I'd probably go for Atlas Bond more often. Adam Warlock. So his Storm team up is just a buff to his Soul Bond. When you Soul Bond, honestly, this isn't the best team up because it's only on his Soul Bond, which is a long cooldown. When you link teammates with Soul Bond, they get a speed boost. Now, if you have a Storm, and only if you have a Storm, would I ever consider using this one. Because like, if you don't have a Storm, just getting a speed boost on your Soul Bond is pretty crap compared to your other team up. But this one, it does have value if you have a Storm because it damage boosts everyone, which means your team can essentially have a big go. You Soul Bond everyone, and now they're speed boosted, healed, and a lot of damage reduction, and they're damage boosted, so you can all just walk forward and mow them down. Could be really useful. But Flawless Design, the Ultron one, allows you to play Heal Adam. You can now play Heal Adam Warlock, and it does also reset the cooldown on your snaps. So I already tested it. You can go with a heal into a snap, into a heal, into a snap. I'll use both snaps so you can see the cooldown here. Bam, into a heal. Into a heal. You almost have no CD on your heal now. If you want to play Heal Adam, I think you can pretty much do it. Bam, full heal, into a heal. Holding right click again. Full heal again. And you can just keep going with your heals. And it just buffs it even further when you have an Ultron. Although Ultron Atom isn't really the best comp. But like if you do get an Ultron, it also does explosion damage as well. It's a pretty big buff to it. And it also does the explosion on the heal as well for like more healing. Honestly, this is like the best one by far, and it like doesn't even come close. Only if you have a Storm would I consider the other one. And you'd have to like have the comp that makes it work. Like a comp that, like a poke. If you have divers, I wouldn't ever go with it, because your divers aren't going to be like in range of your soul bond usually. Maybe they are, but probably not. But yeah, great team up. I'm really happy from Adam Warlock, because as someone that really enjoys Adam Warlock as like a guilty treat, this one's really fun. So, Loki. Loki is the same team up as before, his regenerative runes, where when you drop your runes, you get a damage amp, and it's a bigger radius. Now, with Mantis on the team, it also does a shockwave. So if there's people on whoever is getting like attacked, it'll essentially put a shockwave that damages enemies as well. Pretty neat in my opinion. The Hela one is the more interesting one in my opinion. It's probably not better if I'm being honest, because this one by baseline gives you a damage boost and a bigger domain. Okay, so on like baseline, I'd probably go with this one. But this one is just kind of like, it's cool. I don't know how much better this one is in terms of value. On average, it'll be hard to get value out of this one, but it's definitely cool. And it's when an enemy dies, you can essentially take their form. I think I have to go in the... Yeah, you can't do it on bots. But when an enemy dies, right here, you can essentially copy them. If you die as this person, you do actually die. And you don't get to use their ultimate. You can't copy their ultimate. You cannot cast their ultimate. But if you have a Hela on your team, then when you do die, you just get reverted back with a little bit of health instead of dying. So on average, if you have a Hela, this could be better. But if you don't, I can't see it being better than this one unless you can get like really creative with it. Like you have to be really creative with this one to get the same kind of value you can out of this one just by clicking your regenerative domain and getting a bigger radius and a damage boost. Again, doesn't mean I don't recommend this one. It's just that you need to be more creative about how you get value on it. So it could be better, could be worse, depending on you, depending on the match, depending on the game. But yeah, guys, that is it for support. So for duelists, we're going to start with Elsa Bloodstone, and the first one is with Deadpool. It enhances her right-click or her living bullets to make it to where now it'll taunt enemies with Deadpool's chatter on top of what it already normally does. So I'll just show you right here. Let's say you shoot at the ground, and it'll hit both the targets. It's taunting them, damaging them, slowing them, and then both of them will return to me and also give me some self-healing. So let me just take some damage to show you exactly how much self-healing it really is. Also ricochet between targets, so bam, hit all 3 targets there, and then the bullets will auto-recall, and they will all heal me right there. The healing isn't like a crazy amount, but like the fact that it puts the Deadpool taunt and chatter on them while damaging them all over time, pretty good in my opinion. And the second buff, which is the enhanced effect, just makes it to where it enhances your instinct acquisition rate, which for those of you guys that play Elsa, it's the bar at the bottom that as you deal damage and get KOs over time, it'll lower all your cooldowns. Second team up is a buff to your trap with Devil Dinosaur. So after you deploy your trap, Diablo monitors the area, and when someone gets close, Diablo launches out, immobilizes and damages them, and releases a gas that causes a continuous area damage. So let's put the trap down right here, right there. It launches out to a nearby enemy in this big circular radius. So basically, it has an additional effect. Well, it's not really an additional effect. It does the same thing that it would normally do if someone goes on top of it, but in a much bigger radius. And it just goes out to them and then does more damage over time too. And now if you have Devil Dinosaur, you get 2 of them. You get 2 of them, which is pretty... That is pretty good. I kind of like this team up more, in my opinion. Especially if you can get 2 traps. Getting 2 of these is like... You can cover multiple dive routes. On top of being able to cover multiple angles, which is already by itself good. In general, you can throw it onto the front line to root and damage a tank, and then use the second trap to cover a different angle. Very good if you get Devil Dinosaur. I mean, the Elsa team-ups don't feel that crazy to me, but to be honest, she's so powerful anyways. I think it's all right. I can't really... I think if they're running dive, you'd probably want to go with the trap, because the increased radius, it's massive. It's a massive radius, right? It's a pretty massive radius. It means it's going to be really, really easy to catch a diver in this. Very, very easy to catch a diver routing to your backline with this trap. If they're not running dive, I'd probably go with the Loudmouth Mercs, the Deadpool one. The Black Cat team up, in my opinion, only one of them is good, but the one that's good is actually really good. Like, I think Black Cat's actually back now. So for the Black Panther one, it's not good. It's really not good. Taking damage accumulates vibranium energy, where when it reaches a threshold, you can then use the team up to knock back enemies, give yourself bonus health, and a speed boost. But it's honestly pretty not good, and you'll see when I get to the next team up why it's, like, relatively speaking, it's not that good. So you see the bar in the middle, it's full. You press it, you get 25 bonus health and, like, a little bit of a knockback and a little bit of damage to the enemy. It's not that good, to be honest. I mean, maybe you can, like, implement it into, like, a combo. Like, during, like, your combo, you do that and you do that. It's all right, but, like, the Spider-Man one is, like, where it gets really good. Now, if you have Black Panther as well, it does enhance it to where you don't need to take damage to do it. You can just do it, and then it goes on cooldown. But for the Spider-Man one, this is where it gets really good, guys, alright? This is where it gets really good. You can essentially combo in, like, you have new one-shot combos now. So, basically what it does is you get 2 grapples instead of 1, which makes it to where you can get so much more money because you have 2 grapples. Landing the grapple puts a Spider Tracer on them, and then hitting them when they have the Spider Tracer gives you additional damage. So there are new combos now, right? Because you have 2 grapples and you have a tracer that goes on them each time, you can go like this, grapple into a whip, which does increased damage, into a grapple, into either a whip or an iframe again. And like that, it does a lot of damage. So bam, bam, bam. I didn't do that one again. Bam, 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 and then bam. You literally do it with 2 whips on a 275. Like, this is a 275. Done, 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 done. And then I have 375 overhealth right now. It's actually pretty good. This might be enough to bring Black Cat back on top of her new max amount of money of 1,200. They also buffed her gambling. Like, I think Black Cat might actually be back with this team up, and that's the baseline. With Spider-Man, it will also temporarily immobilize them. It's not for a long period of time, but it's also pretty good in my opinion. I guess I'll show you quickly anyways. Spider-Man. So bam. A little bit of an immobilize. It's okay. Wait. It does immobilize them, right? Oh, in place. Yeah, in place. So they can't move. So if they're running... Let me find a bot where I can show you. Like right there. It's pretty bad, honestly. It doesn't really feel very noticeable. Like, they're slightly stopped. Yeah, it's the base effect is like the juicy part of this. Like, I don't see a reason to go with this one over the Spider-Man one. Getting 2 grapples means more money, and just every combo is shortened now with that bonus damage. Cyclops team-ups, they are pretty simple and self-explanatory, and they really it's hard to say which one's actually better. I'll do this in case you guys want to read them, because they're both good in their own way. I'm leaning towards the Phoenix one, but basically what the Phoenix one does is your E will add a burning effect over time to every target that it hits. And now if Phoenix is in the game, or sorry, there's one more, actually, yeah, there's one more part of the original one, and if you shoot them with Optic Blast, all the burn damage over time will immediately take effect. So you do your E, and then you use your left click, all the burn damage that would have happened gets exploded at once. So if you're going to use your E, the first person you shoot will just take extra damage, basically. Now, if you have Phoenix as well, it ends up being an even bigger buff to your auto aim E, because it'll reduce the cooldown on it when you hit them with your left click as well. So you see the cooldown, bam, and then bam, you see I got half the cooldown back. So basically, it's a reduction of the cooldown by half. So Phoenix, Cyclops could be a pretty good combo. The Gambit one's all right. I'm leaning more towards the Phoenix one because the Gambit one, like, Gambit's probably gonna be permabanned. It's gonna be hard to get a Gambit on your team because Gambit is like an enhancer of so many good team ups. But the Gambit one, the base one, is you just get movement speed and you get jump height, which is pretty good. You know, movement speed, jump height, good for like repositioning. Maybe you can even chain it if you're being dove. But when you have Gambit as well, you get increased attack speed on both your left click and your right click. So let's pop it again. So yeah, if you have Gambit, a little bit faster attack speed, and your right click triggers quicker too. it ticks quicker too. So it's just pretty simple team-ups for Cyclops. Nothing too complicated. Blade's team-ups are really good and really fun. So the Captain America one, I would never go with this unless you have a Captain America. Why? The base effect is whenever you take damage, you build your Bloodline Awakening, which it's pretty good, but that by itself isn't like that good. It's not that good by itself. The good one about it is when you have Captain America, it gets enhanced, making it to where when you take critical damage, it instantly triggers the state. But the bigger one is the overall cap gets increased. You can go up to 12, okay? Not 10, 12, which is even faster attack speed and also attack radius. So there are multiple people, like if they get a little bit closer, they'll get all attacked, but just the faster attack speed as well is huge for Blade. Your attack speed is just so much faster. It's a massive, massive upgrade. And like, it also means you have more lifesteal. It's so good. The Moon Knight one is a better base. If you don't have a Captain America, I would go with the Moon Knight one. Which is, it's just like an extra dash and damage. So you dash in, and you do your attack on the next 4 hits, which does some AoE damage. It's pretty good in my opinion. Bam, bam, bam. It's pretty good by itself. Each strike sends a Dark Moon blade that bounces to nearby enemies. I'll show you one more time. It's pretty good damage to their stacks. So you could dash in with this, and then you can do it again. So let me show you the combo. You can go in on a tank. If like the 2 tanks are stacked, you can go in with this, and then into your dash as well for some nice damage while the anti's on. If you want to see when you have the actual Moon Knight, it's just more ricochets, I think. Yeah, it's just more ricochets basically. So, yeah, more ricochets between targets. Pretty good. The baseline one of the Moon Knight is definitely the right one. But if you have Captain America, then the Captain America one is just really, really good. Having those extra 2 stacks is just beautiful. And I think the stacks, do they last longer? No, they don't. But it'll be easier to maintain your increased cap as well because of the base effect. Daredevil. Okay. Daredevil, I would say his baseline, you would want to go for the Black Widow one because the baseline ability is really damn good. All right, let me show you what it does. It's really damn good. It's just a new combo, right? It's a new ability that does damage and gives you a Righteous Cross. And it hits a wide range. So it hits everyone in like a pretty big cone around you here. It has like a 10 or 12 second cooldown, I think. But I'm just spamming it to show you. And it also gives you a Righteous Cross. So the amount of like new combos you can create with this, and it doesn't cost anything to use it, and it generates you a little bit of Fury. I think like 1 Fury. It's not a lot, but you even get more Fury and a much bigger radius if you have a Black Widow on your team. But it's like it hits all the supports, everyone around you, and so you like there's basically stronger combos now. So you can go in with your bread and butter combo. Let me just get my Fury back real quick and I'll show you. You can go in with your bread and butter combo, and if they get any lick of healing, this combo is even better. So actually, let me put in a higher HP target. Let me put in like let me put in the blade, right? So your bread and butter, bam, 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 into your new combo, and the blade's live with 1 health left. So this is very good on every squishy. Like this is like the new bread and butter combo is you really just do the same thing and you would add that to the end. The Iron Fist team up, I would say it could be better if you have an Iron Fist, okay? Because the default version, it enhances your block to make it to where it's omnidirectional, so every direction, and it will parry also in every direction and reflect projectiles at the person. So it auto-aim reflects. Can be really, really, really good if they have like a Luna, because you'll guaranteed reflect the freeze back at the Luna, which is pretty fun. But like on its own, it's like your objection lasts for like 1.2 seconds. I'm not sure how useful it really is, and usually like just having that extra DPS is probably more valuable in my opinion. But like there are some games where this one might be more valuable. But having the Iron Fist gives you a little bit of a healing. It heals you for like 60. I'll show you guys if you want to see. It'll heal you for like 60. So in my honest opinion, I think they're both pretty viable. I can't give you an answer on which one is definitely the better one. The Iron Fist one definitely gets a lot better if you have an Iron Fist, because the 60 HP, it is pretty substantial, right? It is pretty substantial. The Black Widow one gets a little bit of a bigger radius, but you don't really need that bigger radius. And giving you the extra Fury could enable different combos. But I'm not sure how often you'll get a Black Widow. Same thing with Iron Fist, though. They're both... It depends on the rework if Black Widow ends up becoming meta. They're both really good, and I don't really know which one's the better one. I'm leaning towards the damage one because I like damage. I like better combos. I like better damage. I feel like you can work around having the original objection, and the better objection might not always be useful, whereas the extra damage will always be useful. So keep Mr. Fantastic team-ups are pretty fun. The Rocket one, I'll show you guys here. It's two parts. The first part is your elastic state. You can enter inflation mode whenever you want. It also increases the maximum amount. And the enhanced effect is your ult will simply launch up enemies as well. It's pretty good for the ult. But the most important one is you can enter your enlarged state whenever. I have 24. I just press it and I enter enlarged state. Then you can exit whenever. So you can go in and out basically whenever you want. Very, very good. Literally just in, bam, and then let me show you guys the cooldown. And then out. And on an 8-second cooldown. And then you can stack it up to, I think it's 200 you can go up to. It's a pretty large amount, so let's go up even more. I think it's 200. Let me double check though. Oh, I entered the state. Bam, you enter the state again. Let me just turn cooldowns off. E. You see how high we can go. 102, 122, 142, 162, 182. Yeah, it's 200, and then you can enter the inflated state, and you can last in this state for a long, long time. And you can exit the state still at 140, and still weave in some damage, and then go back into the state. And this is without the rocket, by the way. This is all base Mr. Fantastic now. And then you can go back out again, and then do a little bit of damage, and you can go back in. It's pretty freaking good. This one's also really good, though. It's also really, really good, though. And it's, you get a new ability, which is just a big punch. A big punch. You activate a punch mode, where you just do big punches like this. Really freaking cool. You get, like, a really strong poke attack now that does insane amounts of damage. And it's a state that lasts for a couple of seconds. In the enhanced version, by the way, you charge it, by the way. You can use a basic left click and use a charge. So you can charge it. And you also get bonus health, and you spam it, right? So you get bonus health in every punch. So you also have a lot of survivability while you're doing it. It's really, really powerful. Launches enemies as well. And when you have the team-up activated, which is when you have the thing, it becomes... Wait, isn't it already... Oh, Distended Grip becomes a charged ability. That's a different ability. So when you have... Oh, let me show you guys. Yeah. So when you have the thing, your Distended Grip now becomes a charged ability. Slamming down a distended hammer. And then hitting enemies also grants bonus health based on damage and launches them up. So, let's see right here. Boop. Like that, a charged ability that boop, gives you bonus health and launches enemies. Boop. Let's pop it again. Same thing. Charging it into this. Boop. Pretty fun. Pretty cool. Thing and Mr. Fantastic could make for a pretty good brawl comp, in my opinion. This is pretty cool. I like it. Human Torch has some really good ones, especially the Jubilee one. And it'll be pretty easy to get it because I'm sure everyone's going to want to play Jubilee. Basically, when you pop it, you do a bunch of damage to people in your nearby vicinity. And when you have Jubilee, it also gives you overhealth. So, let me show you the damage. And the overhealth generation up to 300. And it does a bunch of spark damage. So, probably a lot of unique combos you can do with this. Like when you put your stuff down and you go for a dive into your sparks as well. So now you get bonus health while you're down here. So you guys saw 350 health there, 370. Pretty cool. I don't know if it's better than the Storm one. It could be. It depends on what you're playing into. But the Storm one is you just throw a big fireball down that like moves the enemies into the center and deals a bunch of persistent fire damage. And if you have a Storm, you can ignite the Storm into a burning hurricane. Which this is, again, the previous team-up that used to be in the game. You can make it a Burning Hurricane, which creates a Flame NATO. You can also make it a Flame NATO with the Jeff NATO. And if the Burning Hurricane goes across a flame field, it'll generate a new Flame Tornado. Pretty good. It's hard to say which one's better, because they're both actually really good. If you want to play more of a dive-oriented style, you could go with the Sparks one, because it'll support you if you're being a Dove as well. So, like, if you have melee heroes going on you, then the Fiery Spark one is probably better. But if you're facing a lot of poke heroes, then probably Storming Ignition. But I could be wrong about this. I encourage you guys to experiment with it on release, but they're both really good and really cool. Torch has some good team-ups, guys. Phoenix also has some pretty cool team-ups. I'll just hover over them both quickly. Hela it's a pretty good one. It's just a buff to her stun, so I'll show you guys the default and the enhanced version. But it's a buff to her stun to where it does more damage and applies an anti-heal. Pretty powerful because it can apply an anti-heal that lasts quite a while to all targets as well. And if you do have a Hela, it just buffs it to where it does like spark stuff basically. Let me read it for you guys as well. Multiple stacks of sparks to enemies caught within. So it's just like even more damage basically if you have a Hela. Let me show you from full health how much damage it does. Half of her HP plus an anti-heal, pretty powerful. Great for stacking enemies. This one probably good against dive. Sends a Phoenix Force forward that essentially punches an enemy and applies stack marks to them. It's okay. It's okay, but like it also changes between targets. They're close to each other. Like right there, it changed between targets. It's pretty fun. A fun ability. Like right there, see it blinks between targets. Right there as well. I think this one's probably a lot better if you have the rogue with you though. Let me show you as well one more time. Again, pretty cool. Change between targets. I still think the stun one might be better. The stun one's probably a little bit better on like tapping people, like one tapping people, and this one's a bit better on AoE damage, I think. Bam, between targets. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And yeah, you get more healing, and the maximum number of strikes also goes up. It has a pretty good radius too. So this is probably like much this is just like AoE versus single target basically. Hela for the single target stun one-shot combos, and Rogue for the AoE damage. Warlock's team-ups are pretty strong, especially if you have an Emma, right? So let me just... this one's really good, guys. Let me hover it over. So it was basically like the previous Emma. This used to be in the game. Summons a mimic, basically, that copies your abilities. A clone of you. And with Emma, it does even more damage. Mental powers are elevated, and she's able to swap places. Actually, I don't think it does more damage. That's wrong. It just allows you to swap places. So you can teleport, basically. So you throw your clone out, and it copies your abilities. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. Even mimics your positioning slightly, like if you see here. It's like a projection, right? Mimics you in a way. See that? So I'm sure there's some creative ways you can, like, use it. Right there. Like, mimics the way you walk and copies your abilities. But then you can swap places with them as well. Boop. Pretty good for surviving in the backline. Probably my preferred ability of the two, but let me show you the other one anyways. This one, let me show you right here. It leaches a ring of light darts in all directions that damages enemies and restores Psylocke's health, leaving behind a shadow domain, which staying inside will keep you in stealth. It's a little stealth domain you drop down. And it releases shadow darts when you pop it. I think the shadow darts deal damage as well. Yeah, a little bit of damage. But you go in here, and now you can deal damage, and when you stop dealing damage, you go back in stealth, right? Bam. And you stop dealing damage, you go back in stealth. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Little stealth area. Now, if you have a Cloak and Dagger, it does get significantly better. Primarily because, like, I think the baseline Emma one's probably better. But this one can be really good because if you have a Cloak, it's a bigger radius, and each time you enter stealth again, it refires out. So pretty big radius now. This is why it gets really good, is you're able to avoid fire with the big radius. And every time you go back invisible, it shoots more darts out, which is a lot better. I still think the Emma one's better though, but that's if you have an Emma. The baseline Emma one is probably better, and the upgrade Emma one's probably better. But I'm sure you can find some use out of Light and Dark one, especially because the upgraded one has a big enough radius to where I'd say it's now actually a really good team up. The radius gets like really freaking big. Wolverine, guys! oh my god. I am so excited for this, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, this one's so much fun for me. I love Wolverine as a hero, and like his abilities are actually just really fun now. So you get a mini personal Gambit ult. Yeah, a mini Gambit ult. You pop it, you get a mini jump boost. I'll just hover over so you can see. A mini jump boost, a mini damage boost, and a mini speed boost. It's literally a mini Gambit ult, and you can even use this as a new, what's it called? A new, B-hop right there. So you can go like this. Let me show you. This is like the new B-hop. You pop your team up, and you go boop, boop, and you can like keep floating at the end basically. Because now you float when you do it. So boop. It's pretty good. Actually, I think I did that wrong. Let me show you one more time. The B-up is pretty good. You go boop, and then boop. Oh, I missed the jump, but you can like do it a lot better than that. yeah, you just do an extra little tick of damage on each hit, and it's really good on your ult as well, okay? Especially for, like, aligning your ult, because you can kind of float more, like, when you fly with your grab. So if you want to reposition yourself to ult the backline, like this, it's a lot easier to do that, and then you can, like, move them around. It's so much easier. If you get full rage, I'll show you how much extra damage you now do with your ult on a low, a low max HP target. It's pretty good, but without any extra slashes, you almost one-shot the 275 HP. The extra damage boost is quite nice. Now, if you have a Gambit, you also get healed, which gives you so much more sustain, because, guys, this is on a 12-second cooldown, by the way. Most team-ups are roughly around the same cooldown, but this one is a surprising one. I'm surprised that this one's a 12-second cooldown, because you actually have pretty good HP regen as well. Yeah, 12 seconds. You actually have, like, pretty significant HP regen for sustain. So you can go in, you can pop your HP regen, you can pop this, and you can go in, and, like, you just have really nice sustain. I think the baseline Gambit one is better than the baseline Cyclops one. However, if you have a Cyclops, then I think this one's better, hands down, because you get the permanent upgraded one, which is better than the heal you get from the Gambit. The permanent upgraded one, I'll show you here, is this. You get this permanently if you have a Cyclops, because this is on a 20-second cooldown. But what it does, it will enhance the range of your basic strikes, and then gives you this, basically, which more movement and AoE damage. On top of a slightly increased range on your primary strikes. Slightly increased range. Like, really slightly. Right? Slightly increased range. I'll show you again right there on top of this. Pretty good, in my opinion. This doesn't do more damage, but it does do AoE damage. They nerfed how far you go with it, sadly. They did nerf how far you go with it. So you don't go as far as you used to. So it's not as good as it used to be. But it's still really, really good. Personal preference, honestly, is the Gambit one, but they're both absolutely fire, guys. They are both fire. But truthfully, I think with Cyclops, this one's better. Without Cyclops, I think the Gambit one's better. But they're both so damn good. Wolverine mains, you guys are eating good. I'm going to be playing him a lot, especially the damn skin, guys. The skin is so freaking good. Like, the little Gambit ult lets you reposition so much better, and you can, like, float. Oh, my God. Like, ooh, it's going to be so much fun, guys. So, for Iron Fist, now I made a long video on my channel covering the team up, so you guys can go check that out. So I'm going to keep this one pretty brief, because there's a video on my channel, it's 20 minutes, where I just talk about Iron Fist. So, the first team up is the White Fox healing punches. Hitting an enemy with your flurry punches will just heal all the enemies around you. And if you have a White Fox, you heal a little bit more, and your lock-on distance is also increased. So with the White Fox, your lock-on distance of your flurry is increased, and you heal allies around you. I believe it's 50 healing per second to everyone around you with your flurry. And without the White Fox, I believe it's like 40 or 45 or something. So it's still pretty significant amount of healing. 40, yeah, it's a pretty significant amount of healing. Great for brawling. Overall, not that powerful of a team up, or sorry, not that flashy of a team up. It seems weak, but I don't think it's going to be that weak as people think it is, because it does heal everyone around you, like everyone around you. Now, if you have a White Fox, it heals everyone around you for 50 per second. I think it might end up being a lot more powerful than we think it will be. Okay, truthfully, I think it's going to be a lot more powerful than people think it's going to be. The Thing team up, I think the baseline Thing team up is bad. The baseline White Fox team up is good. The Thing team up on a baseline is just a little uppercut. Now, there's so many, like, new combos you can do. I have a full video on my channel of all the new combos, so I recommend you guys check that out. But you can do a bunch of combos with even animation cancel it with your jump charge right there, with your jump, and it'll still attack. Now, this is where it gets good. This is where if you have a Thing on your team, then this team up is way better. It's 2 hits. You get an additional hit after. So bam, into a kick. Bam, into a kick. It's really freaking fun. And you can get some really nasty combos on it. I have videos on my channel of that as well. But let me show you what I got right here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. That's if you have a Thing, though. If you don't, the White Fox one is... Bucky, guys, is going to be a very powerful Brawl hero, all right? He's going to be really powerful in Brawl because the Elsa one. But for the Punisher one, let me show you. The Punisher one is you get an extra ability that it shoots forward your bionic arm, does electricity damage, and knocks back enemies. And this is where you get your grounding back if you have a Punisher on your team. So it does this right here. It's pretty cool. Goes through enemies as well, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good against dive. Now, if you have a Punisher, it's supposed to knock them back further and ground them. So, boop. Oh, that's it. Damn. Let me knock them back though. Great. And yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, you get overhealth when you use it as well. That's a pretty good knockback. Very anti-dive, especially as a baseline ability. That's gonna be some really good. That's gonna be some really good anti-dive. Like very good anti-dive. Anti-dive in this game has like gotten pretty good. This patch, guys, it's gotten pretty good. Elsa team up. Now this is where it gets kind of crazy. All right. So the Elsa one is Culling Instinct. You get the Elsa Instinct basically, where as you deal damage, your instinct goes up, which reduces the cooldown on your abilities. So let me show you right here. His hook goes down to 12. This goes down to 7. This is much lower as well. Pretty good. Each stack reduces your cooldowns, and you get 2 stacks, I believe. Yeah, you get 2 stacks. But like, it's when you have the Elsa that it gets like even better. Like, it's when you have the Elsa, right? Because when you have the Elsa, it also buffs the bonus health you get. So as you can see, oh my lord, 345 from one ability, 415, 425. Holy crap. Now there is a cap, but like, look, wait till it decays. I'll show you one ability, right? 1E from 275. Oh my god, to 345. Holy crap. Elsa Bucky, guys, I'm telling you, Elsa Bucky is going to be insane levels of brawl. Giving the Bucky this team up is going to be wild. He's going to be so difficult to kill. If you are a diver and you're facing a Bucky with this, I wish you luck because he has 2 charges of that E. All right, you're not going to kill him. You're not going to kill him. Good luck, guys. He has 2 charges, and each one gives him a ridiculous amount, almost getting close to 100 overhealth. I think it's like 75 overhealth, all right, on each E, and he has 2 charges of them. Holy balls, guys. Holy balls. Bucky's going to go absolutely crazy. Absolutely freaking crazy. Star-Lord, guys, I know he got a little bit of a nerf. They removed his overhealth on his backflip. But, like, this team-up is ridiculously powerful. All right, it's so powerful. Not only does he get a self-res, you put a beacon down where you self-res at this beacon, but not only do you self-res at the beacon, it's also, they rock it. It's a 2-in-1. It is a, oh my god, Netties, I can't believe they gave him this powerful of a team-up. It's a 2-in-1 by baseline, no enhancement. A 2-in-1 of this level of power. Rocket teleport and an Atom self-res. Oh my goodness. So if you die, you self-res at the revive, and you can teleport to it. And on top, the teleportation is on a 30-second cooldown. And if you die, you also resurrect at the beacon. It's crazy. Oh my lord. Let me show you guys right here. So when you die, you also resurrect right here. And the res is on a 120-second cooldown. Now, if you have an Atom Warlock on your team, every KO you get reduces its cooldown. Oh my goodness. It's so freaking powerful that, like, Star-Lord's going to be one of the best heroes in the entire game, guys. Star-Lord is going to be, in my opinion, absolutely ban-worthy because his base ability is a 2-in-1. He has the Rocket Teleport and an Atom Res on the base effect. I'm banning this hero. I'm banning this hero. He's going to be ridiculously powerful. All right, ridiculously powerful. The second team up, I mean, it's good, but like, you just can't compare. I'm sorry, you just can't compare to that first team up. As good as this one might be. Like, you toss Thorn Seeds, which sprout snare and root enemies, and they take some damage. It's pretty cool. Right there, they'll snare them, and they'll take a little bit of damage. It's all right. I mean, it's all right, but like, comparing to the other abilities, like, it gets overshadowed so much. And if you have a Groot on your team, the number of snares and the damage it does, it is increased. So right here, bam, more snares, more damage, basically. Pretty cool, but like, it just pales in comparison to this one, guys. He's gonna be busted. So Namor gets a very, very powerful Gamma Squid team up, okay? Very powerful. So it's just like before, one of the previous team ups in the game, Gamma Squid, you throw it down, does a bunch of damage. Now there's also a new ability with it where, so not only does it do a lot of damage, but if you land a right click, it shoots a powerful beam that goes through a bunch of targets. And if you have Hulk, what it does is the Hulk will, when you use your shift, as you see, the cooldown's going down quicker. When you're in the state of your shift, your cooldown goes quicker and your squid fires faster. So you throw the squid down and you pop it. He shoots faster. He does more damage, and your cooldown goes down quicker. Right here, when you're using your barrier, your Blessing of the Deep, your Gamma Squid cooldown goes down quicker, and it gets a damage boost. Sorry, no, it doesn't attack faster. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, the cooldown goes down quicker, and it gets a damage boost. Very, very powerful. The Luna one is, it's good, but like the Gamma Squid one is just really strong, guys. Like this one's good, okay? It's good, but that one's just so strong. This is like a little knockback, right? You shoot a little knockback, you know, like. Pretty cool. Pretty alright. Get some divers coming in, you know. Boop, in with that knockback. You know, it's pretty cool. It does inflict a slow. It does, now if you have a Luna, it does get an extra charge. Or an extra charge. And as it said right there, I'll show you one more time. You get a Luna, you get an extra charge. And it also crashes down upon reaching its maximum range, dealing area at the end, dealing more damage to the end point. So right there, more damage to the end point. So you can like kind of time it for like its placement for damage right there. Like bam, right at the end, and then bam, right at the end, bunch of damage. Oh, right there, yeah, double hit them. I'm sure you can get some good combos with this, if I'm being honest, but like, I mean, maybe if you have a Luna, okay, maybe if you have a Luna, this might be better versus the other one, but like, I just think the Gamma Squid is just so powerful. I don't see a world where like you'd want to go with that one, even against divers, okay, even against divers, because this, like, it auto-aims for you, man. Like, you don't even need to hit your shots. It just does so much damage and it's auto-aim. Like, I'm sure if you're facing Poke and they have, like, Punisher, they have, like, 2 guns. Like, if you're facing a Punisher Bucky, they'll probably be looking for that squid and they'll probably shoot it, right? They'll probably be shooting it. In that case, maybe you should think about going with this and using it on tanks. You can probably find a lot of value doing that if you use it on tanks. Like, if they're going to shoot your squid every time, then there's a difference. But, like, then again, you could just position it properly. I think overall, the Gamma Squid, though, is probably a lot more powerful. Iron Man has some pretty fun ones, in my opinion. So, when you have a Hulk with you, basically... now, if you don't have a Hulk, it only affects your Armor Overdrive. But your Armor Overdrive does more damage, and you get a Gamma Shield when you pop it. So, a little bit more survivability and more damage, basically. More survivability, more damage. When you have a Hulk, it also affects your ultimate, where you do more damage and a bigger radius on your ult, and you also get a Gamma Shield when you pop your ult. So let me show you. You pop your Armor Overdrive, and you get a Gamma Shield. Pretty good, and you also do more damage. That's a lot of damage right there, guys. You do more damage, like that. It's also pretty good. You also do more beam damage, also really good. Pretty good in my opinion. But like the big one is with the enhancement on your ult. Like watch this, guys. Okay, watch how much radius this is. Also, I love that voice line. Gamma! It's so cool. It's so cool. Look at the radius on this. Insane radius, and you get a bubble. So like what you can do is you can be smart, and you can do like, if you want double bubbles, you can Armor Overdrive into an ult, and you get double bubbled. You get double bubbled, okay? You get double bubbled. It could make you really powerful, because guys, when you're Gamma bubbled, you can't be CC'd, alright? So like, if you're good with your positioning, you literally can't be CC'd when you pop that. So you go in with a good position, you pop it, no CC. They all have to either shield it, block it, line of sight it, or immediately shoot you and break that bubble. This ult is a lot more threatening now with the team up. That's if you have a Hulk, though. Without the Hulk, the ult still sucks. But at least your baseline is a lot better. It's a lot better. You get a Gamma Shield every time you pop your E. Your Armor Overdrive, really good. Considering how powerful that is, the Thor one, it's a lot more underwhelming. Okay, it's a lot more underwhelming. Let me summon the Thor here. You do get a lower cooldown on your Armor Overdrive, though. So the way this team up works is, I'll let you guys read it. Just your Uni Beam. It does more damage. When fired, a ring of volatile lightning energy forms, dealing bonus damage to enemies caught near the beam's edge. Now, when Thor's in the game, the cooldown is reduced. So, let me show you guys. It just does more damage at the end, right? It's just basically like more damage. Yeah, it's just more damage. It's just like more damage on your beam. To be honest, I don't really know when you'd want to use this. And the Armor Overdrive cooldown, to be fair, let's see when it ends. It is 15 seconds. So I think they take 5 seconds off the cooldown, I believe. It's either 5 or 10 seconds off. It's pretty good in my opinion, but like, I think the Gamma one's just so much better. Like, I guess the only difference, right, is that this one enhances you out of Armor Overdrive. Like, if you look at the Gamma one, it's only Armor Overdrive. This one enhances it out of Armor Overdrive as well. And then if you have a Thor, it lowers the cooldown. So I guess if you don't want all your gameplay to be centered around Armor Overdrive, then maybe you can go with this one because it does buff you out of Armor Overdrive as well. But man, I just think like I want that Armor Overdrive. I want that bigger damage. You know, I want the bigger Overdrive damage. Not gonna lie, big damage buff and a shield. Like I'm sorry guys, I'm going with this one any day of the week. All right, any day of the week. So the Peni Parker team up for Spider-Man is actually, it's quite good. It basically, you attach a Spire Tracer and then you shoot it out and it'll attach web clusters or Spidey Tracers to everyone in an area. So you shoot it and you press C. You shoot it, yeah, it shoots it and explodes and applies tracers to everyone. Now it also gives you overhealth simply when you press the ability. I have 250, I press it, I have 300. So I have 300, I'm a 300 health Spider-Man right now. So you can just like press it before you go in, like that. And you get 300 health. Going in, and then boop, 300 health. Quite useful, if you ask me. And then it also gives you bonus health. Right there again. 300 health. Actually, pretty. Like, you just press it and you get 250 health. It's actually crazy. Like that alone is like enough. Like holy shit. But then when you attack them, it also generates more bonus health, like more bonus health. So you shoot it, and then you attack them, and then more bonus health. Let me show you here. More bonus health. So you actually go above 300. So shoot like that. So I have 300, and then I go like this. Now I have 316. So you can actually go even more bonus health. Pretty useful. The Venom one, okay, now look, guys, I just want to say, though, like, with the Spider-Man stuff, like, there's so many combos that I don't quite understand. So, like, from my perspective, this doesn't look good, but I know a lot of Spider-Man players said it was good. I just don't really understand what his combos are and how he works. Really. I've never played this hero in my life, okay, so... but basically, you have the symbiote where you can convert the symbiotes into explosive spikes. I'll just show you. You get a bunch of damage reduction, basically immortal in this form, and do a little bit of damage, you know, basically immortal. I'm sure that you can, like, introduce this into your combos somewhere to, like, shorten some combos. It's pretty good. When you have Venom, you also summon more stuff, which I'll show you right here. Oh, my God. I hate this auto swing. Is annoying. I didn't turn the auto swing off with a simple swing. Let me spawn into Venom. Now it spawns tendrils that do more damage, basically. So I'll show you right here. Yeah, right there. An extra tendril that does more damage. Boop. Pretty useful. I mean, I imagine most Spider-Man players might go with this one. Because, like, what I've heard from you guys, that this does, like, lower a lot of combos. But, like, the Peni one seems pretty good, too. You can get, like, tons of bonus health. But, yeah, this one does seem to me like it's going to impact a lot of combos. So, good for you Spider-Man guys. This does seem like a really... Both team-ups seem pretty good. Scarlet Witch gets really nice team-ups, okay? So, the first one I'll show you is with Jubilee. It affects her stun field or her E. So now, instead of just stunning, it'll deal damage and inflict invulnerability. Pop it, you press E, it'll pop it, and then it'll give a vulnerability and deal damage. Now, that's when you decide to pop it. You could just throw it down and let it sit for a moment. Throw it down, stuns her, then you detonate it whenever you want. It applies vulnerability and does damage. If you have Jubilee, it'll also heal you. Doctor Strange one is quite good, alright? So by baseline, it just replaces your right-click with the Strange team-up. Her rapid-fire AC 130. Yeah, her AC 130. It's really fun. Oh my god, this is actually fun. Why does this make Wanda look like a really fun hero? Oh my god. Yeah, looks really fun. That's the baseline. Now let me show you with this with the Doctor Strange, right? With the Doctor Strange, it just gets even stronger, right? Yeah, like as you see here. Total chaos energy pool, so the max amount of energy you can have, and it generates energy much faster when attacking. So bigger pool and you get it faster, which allows you to fire more energy. I mean, does it not buff the actual? I swear it buffs the DPS of this. I might be wrong, but like, yeah, look at how long we went there for. We went for a long time. So you generate energy faster, and your max pool is increased. So you can shoot this for a long time. Let's see how long we can just shoot this for. Yeah, you can shoot this for a long time, and then generate it really quickly. Yeah, okay, this is a good one, man. I like this one. Other one's really cool, too. I saw Scarlet Witch mains were, like, theorizing combos for this one. Apparently, with this one, you can, like, get faster time to kill. But, like, damn, this one's good. Like, you can, like, weave it in between. Like, you shoot that down, right-click, and, like, bam. That's a nice time to kill. Damn, pretty good, pretty good. Moon Knight has some really good ones, too, okay, guys? And it depends on if you're facing dive or not. If you're facing dive, you go with the, I believe, yeah, the Cloak and Dagger one. It gives you a dash. It's not two, it's one. It's one dash right there, which will heal you and allies around you, and you'll be invulnerable while you're in it, right? So you pop it, you get a dash where you enter, like Cloak's phased, her fade. You enter a phased state, and you also heal your allies. Boop, and you heal people. So if you're being dove by people, boop, dash away and heal everyone. 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 Quite useful in my opinion. But this is if you're facing divers. Okay, if you're facing divers. Pretty much just divers. If you're not facing divers, this one is the one to go with, alright? Elsa Bloodstone. The Elsa Bloodstone one is really good. What this does is it essentially gives you another Ankh that when you use it, it'll launch the enemies towards the center and drop a mini ultimate on them, okay? A mini ultimate. And the Elsa team up means it drops an additional mini ultimate. So, let me show you right here. You throw it there, pulls her to the center, and drops a couple mini ults with Elsa. Without the Elsa, it probably does about, like, that much damage. Around, like, right there. Now, this is a guaranteed kill with your ult. This is how you want to combo it, right? Is you throw it somewhere where it's going to pull them. If you throw it here in the center, it might, like, knock them away, right? It might, yeah, it's like it knocks them away. But, like, what you want to do is you want to put it in a way where it's going to throw them into the center. And then pop your ult directly on the Ankh. Right there, and then pop your ult directly on it. That way it pulls the person into the center of the ult and also does additional damage from it as well. It's a guaranteed kill on like anyone unless they have an invulnerability or a movement ability. No movement abilities, no invulnerability, they're dead. Completely dead. Pulls them into the center, does bonus damage. Extremely powerful. So Squirrel Girl's team up with Iron Man gives her an absurd amount of DPS, okay? And especially combos. Like, Squirrel Girl is actually, like, good now with this team up. So the base effect is your Squirrel Missile, right? It's the team up we had before, but now she gets it all the time. Auto-aim Squirrel. Auto-aim damage, right? It's pretty good, right? Pretty good. It homes as well, so it goes pretty far, too. Bam, bam, bam. You get to shoot from far away. Quite good, in my opinion. But the real bread and butter is if you have an Iron Man on your team, because then your right-click also shoots a Squirrel Missile. Your right-click shoots a Squirrel Missile with it. So, bam. That's a lot of damage in one hit. So if you go and you land this on someone, watch what's going to do. Bam. Into a shot. Look how much damage that does. Insane damage. Insane. Let me just do one more. Let me show you one more time. So right-click into a left-click. Almost one shot to 275. Bam. Bam. Look at how quick that is. Who has faster damage than that? Like, holy crap. You land it into a left click and they're oh goodness. It's actually insane. It's actually insane how much damage that does. Now, what if you, like, this and then that? Oh my goodness, that damage. That's just crazy. It's just actually crazy. It's actually good. The next one, I don't think it's going to be as good as this one, though, is Spider-Man gives Squirrel Girl a web bomb, which she launches in contact with the environment, briefly slowing and damaging enemies caught in it. So it's like an extra AoE, basically. It's like a big AoE thing you got. I'll show you right here. It's like a big AoE. It's pretty good. You know, it's basically an extra CC. It's really great against dive. It's really good anti-dive. Not super easy to land, but it's a big radius. Because, like, maybe if they're moving really quickly, like a Spider-Man, you might not get them because there's a wind-up. But it is pretty good, though, because it stuns them, right? And then you can chain it with that. So you can have CC chains that last a long time. And the enhanced effect is after throwing it, vicious web fluid coats the ground alongside the explosion, leaving behind a sticky area where enemies suffer continuous slow that scales into a stun. So you throw it down, and if they stay in it for too long, they get stunned, and they're also slowed, so it's harder for them to get out of it as well. Quite good, in my opinion. Quite good. I'll just show you guys, right? I'll show you guys the team up. With the Spider-Man. So you have the Spider-Man. That's that. And then after the stun decays, the fluid should stay. Yeah, the fluid stays for a little bit. Wait, no, I thought it should stay longer. Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so that's what it is right there. Extra damage and extra slow. So if they stay in it, they'll eventually get... Black Widow. I'm going to explain some of the differences in her kit quickly because they did rework her. So the reworked version of Black Widow, her right click is a little bit of an explosion like that. It's an explosion. That's with this team up though. Without the team up, it's like this. You hold right click and you let go and it shoots a little mini. It's like a mini ult from before. A mini plasma explosion on a 10-second cooldown. Now, when you have a Phoenix team up, it changes it from a charge to instant basically, and I think it does more damage too. No, it just no longer requires charging basically, and it also enhances your attack speed of your left click, which is like your new gun, which is a rapid fire or semi-auto. It just shoots like this, and the Phoenix team up just makes it shoot faster. And when you have a Phoenix as well, this right click gets a second charge. Normally it's one charge, 10-second cooldown. With Phoenix, it's two. So bam, bam. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Hawkeye gives you a focus meter where every couple of hits, it'll do an extra damage boost. So, like that. Oh, I think it's because I have cooldowns on. Hold on. Yeah, you build up your charge meter and then it goes one bigger hit. So yeah, it's basically, think of it like an extra damage bonus every couple of hits, basically. If you have Hawkeye on the team, though, and you land headshot after headshot, each one will be damage boosted. So it's a massive boost to your headshot damage. I think the Phoenix one's probably better for the increased fire rate. Because, like, if you have a Hawkeye, the Hawkeye one might be better. But I think this one is just better on average. Like, you also get, like, faster combos by it not having to charge the right click. It's just a much better finisher, too. Like, you're lowering someone's health, and you're, like, boop with the right click. Oh, I'm gonna wait for the charge. So you're lowering someone's health, and bam, into a right click to finish them off. That's why I think the Phoenix one's probably a bit... Hela's team-ups are kind of good. They're kind of good. But the biggest thing is they actually shadow buffed her bird. They didn't say it in the patch notes, I think, but they did buff her bird. So now it's omnidirectional. Instead of, like, not being able to move it after it... Like, normally, previously, when you press it, you go in one direction, right? Like that. Now, you can actually, like, move it however you want, right? Like, and, like, fly around like this. Like, I can even maybe 360. Almost, right? But the first one I'll show you is the Venom one. This is the same one as before, but it is... Yeah, it's your E right here. Boop. Much bigger orb than before, and it pulls them in. It's a lot better, and it also slows them enemies that tries to escape as well. Now, when you have the Venom, I'll show you right here. When you have the Venom, it also fires a dense volley of symbiote Nightsworn Thors. That is your right click right there. So it's a buff to your right click. And it's a pretty substantial one. So now with the Venom team up, you have a better orb and a better right click. So Venom basically enhances both abilities. You could combo it and like get them this like orb plus the right click as well to like combo together. But the right click does do a lot of damage. Okay, it does do a lot of damage now with the Venom team up. Pretty powerful. So the Monstro team up is a little bit hard to like visually see. But basically when you kill an enemy, you spawn the squid that attacks people. And when you use your right click, you see right there, it's kind of hard to tell, but when you use your right click, he will actually shoot a left click, which is one of these attacks. He will shoot a left click at the target. So you can snowball enemy teams really well after you land that first KO. And the second part, if you have a Namor, so the new Hela Namor team up, is when you're in your ults, every left click spawns a squid. Yeah, right there, it spawns a squid. Wait, it didn't. Oh, that's right. I didn't enable the Namor in the thing. I'm so smart, guys. Let me bird over and spawn in the Namor, and then bam. Let's see right here. Yeah, every hit with the ult spawns a squid, plus the squid that already spawns. Her ult isn't crazy because there's so many things that counter it. Did they buff the health? I don't even know. But her ult is so much more powerful now. Hela Namor, guys, is definitely still in full effect. That like snowball damage is crazy, and as well as the ultimate buff. Very good team up. Magik, guys. Oh my goodness. So she gets her basic team up where it puts two targets together. If you have a Doctor Strange, you get a mini Groot ult. You literally get your own Groot ult. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. You literally get a Groot ult. Very powerful. The other team up I'm gonna show you is good. Okay, it's good, but like, this is like you get a Groot ult. You get a Groot ult. That is actually insane. Wow, you actually get a Groot ult. It's actually insane. The other team up, which I'll show you guys, You can't get the enhanced effect right now because the hood is not in the game. Okay, the hood is not in the game. Can you still? Yeah, I can't. You can't summon the hood. But basically, what this does is you spawn a little area, and in this little area, when you use your portal, it refunds half the energy. So you pop this, you use your portal, it refunds half your energy, and it spawns an additional demon. So you get 2 demons and a half cooldown reduction on your portals. It's also not on too long of a cooldown. I think it was like 10 seconds. As good as it might be, you can't get the enhanced version right now, so maybe they'll be even better later on when the Limbo demons get buffed with the enhanced version. But as it stands now, Magic Strange is a crazy combo because you get a mini Groot ult. Absolutely insane. So Black Panther gets some really, really good ones. Now I know there's some Black Panther mains that posted some one-shot clips of some of the team-ups. I don't know all the combos on Black Panther, but I can show you what his team-ups are. So basically right here, this first team-up with Magik is you can rewind time and go back to where you were. I'll let you guys see here. But this is a team-up that used to be in the game so many seasons ago. And it basically, you get bonus health during the process, but you can essentially go back in time to when you probably had more health. And it also damages nearby enemies and applies a mark. So let's say you go into the fight, you dash in, and you take some damage. Well, now you can go back in time to wherever you were when you started. So I went back to before I dashed up there and went back down, and you also get bonus health. And I think wherever you land back in time does damage and applies marks to people around you. It is, I believe, like a 35 or 40 second cooldown, so it is a lot. And if you have Magik, you can cancel it mid-sequence, so you can get really creative with it, all right? The Storm one is just an extra mark, basically. Boop, you pop that, you get an extra mark. Boop, extra mark. And it does have a cooldown, though, obviously. 12 seconds. But I saw Black Panther mains that did, like, crazy combos where they went like that. Like, it was pretty crazy. I'm not sure what the combos are, but I think it can get pretty crazy. And if you have the Storm team up, it also knocks people back as well when you have a Storm. But this is pretty good for refreshing your combos as well. Both team ups are great. I'd probably go with this one because it's 12 seconds versus 35 seconds. And this one can just be chained in combos really well. So, yeah. Black Panther has some really good... Punisher, guys, gets some really, really good team ups. First one I'll show you is the Daredevil one. It basically gives him his basic bullet. Every bullet just does more damage now, right? Just every bullet just does more damage now. It has damage boost. And it also pierces. So, yeah, it goes through everyone. It literally pierces through everyone. And if you have the enhanced effect, it also pierces through shields. Yeah, it's... It's pretty damn good. But, like, is it better than this one? Which is also really freaking good! Ammo overload. This team up used to be in the game, but now Punisher has it himself. So without Rocket, you throw it down, and you shoot faster, right? Boop. And you shoot faster. Pretty good. You shoot faster while you're within the radius. Very, very, very powerful. Shoot a lot faster. With Rocket, you also just get infinite ammo. As well, I have cooldowns off, so you don't see the ammo, but like you just get infinite ammo with the Rocket. So but without the Rocket, it's still damn powerful on its own. Punisher has 2 mighty powerful team-ups, guys. Mighty powerful team-ups. Storm does have some pretty good team-ups, and I don't really know which one's better. I think it kind of just depends on the game, to be honest. The Jeff one is pretty good. You basically press your team-up, and you summon a big healing rain in a pretty large radius that heals you and everyone around you. Let me show you how much healing it does. Oh, the Jeff follows you, the team-up thing. That's cool. Yeah, the bot can't really out-damage me. It's almost like a little bit less than a cloak bubble, I think. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it's less than a cloak bubble. Like, maybe, like, 60% of a cloak bubble. In this massive radius, and what's the cooldown? Let's see what the cooldown is. It's actually a pretty good heal, though. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Not too shabby. And the enhanced effect is the Jeffnado. So Jeffnado is back. The Thor one, well, let me show you so you can read it. It is pretty good. But you basically upgrade Windblade into a hit scan lightning beam that detonates upon hitting a target. So it just buffs your left click, basically. Becomes a lightning beam. A lightning beam or lightning strike. Right here, I'll show you one more time. That detonates when it hits a target. You can also hit the ground, too. That's the bonus AoE damage. So it's just like your left click just does a lot more damage, basically. And if you have a Thor, then your right click becomes chain lightning. Ooh. Right there. That's nice. That's pretty good, honestly. It can bounce from foe to foe, which is actually really good. Oh, that's one between 3 people. Yeah, it's really, really good. I would probably go with the Thor one, especially if I had a Thor. Unless maybe I had a Jeff, because Jeff NATO might be pretty good. It does go through a lot of support ults, so it's really up to you. But I think on average, I'd probably go with the Thor one, just because, like, more damage. I like damage, guys. Hawkeye has some pretty cool ones, in my opinion. So the first one is with Psylocke, and it's essentially an upgrade to your blast arrow. Now, without Psylocke, it's still really good. It's just an upgrade to your blast arrows. I'll show you here. Boop, boop, boop. Now, you could also spam it like this, if you wanted to. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. I mean, it's definitely pretty good. A lot of spread damage. Obviously, you want to aim in the center, because you want every shot to hit. It has, like, no range, though. Obviously, because it's a big spread shot, right? It doesn't really have a lot of range. It's a blast arrow. It's pretty strong, though. Can't charge it, too. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Even we see during his ult. Yeah, look at that damage. That's crazy. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. His ult is pretty mean. His ult is pretty mean. The cloak is the same thing as it used to be, although it's slightly buffed when you actually have a cloak and dagger. It's just the 3 strikes. You can do 3 strikes in a row. It's on a 12-second cooldown. Yeah, but earlier when I was spamming those arrows, the cooldowns were not, they were not off. The cooldowns were on. So what this does is it heals allies and puts in a vulnerability in enemies in a chain of 3 attacks. So right there, he has an invulnerability, and it also heals my allies. 3 heals, plus a healing boost, and a damage boost. So boop, boop, boop. Pretty good, actually, because it's pretty wide radius, and you can, like, spread it out, too. Make sure it hits everyone. Healing boost on everyone, and damage vulnerabilities on everyone. Pretty good. But yeah, that's it for Duelist, guys. So, Duelist and Vanguard Deadpool have the exact same ones. I will show you right now. But the Hela team-up, it gives you an extra upgrade on either your gun or your katana. Now, if you have Hela, then it's not either, it is both. So, you can see in the upgrade screen, let me just get an upgrade so I can show you the screen. Hopefully this gives me no upgrade. Okay, but basically it gives you an additional screen where if you press middle mouse button, you get an additional screen where you choose an extra upgrade on the katana or an extra upgrade on the guns. The guns is essentially an extra explosion that comes out when your bird bar fills. Right there, extra little explosion. It's pretty alright, you know, pretty alright. The katana one is definitely the best one though. It's just extra damage. Every couple of hits, basically. Extra damage every couple of hits, which does do % damage. So, and it says true damage, which I'm assuming it means it goes through every damage reduction, because it says true damage. It'll be interesting to experiment with that one, because it says percentage-based true damage. I wonder if that means it goes through, like, all forms of damage reduction. But it does do, like, % damage. So, as you see here, it still does meaningful damage, even though this is the thing. It still does pretty meaningful damage. It's just every couple of hits, there's, like, an additional explosion. It's just, like, just bonus damage on your sword, bonus damage on your other one. The better team-up, though, especially for Duelist, okay? This is definitely better for Duelist. I'm not sure if it's better for Vanguard, but it's definitely better for Duelist. And you press C, your team-up ability, and when you land, you do a lot of damage. You do a lot of damage when you land. I'll show you on, like, a squishy target how much damage it actually is. It's a pretty significant amount on squishy targets. Let's put in a Luna Snow. I'll show you the enhanced version. The enhanced version just gives it an additional stun. But when you land, look how much damage it does. So, what you can do is... Boop. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. You can dash and land. Like, a dash counts, right? So you can dash to the ground and land, and then do a lot of damage. Now, I'm not really good on Duelist Deadpool, so I don't really know all the combos. I'm sure you guys can think of ones, but, like, look at how much damage that is. Holy crap. Duelist Deadpool is going to be absolutely insane on damage, I think. Right there. Oh. Like, you can even start off with not hitting the ground, saving it till the end when they don't expect it, and then explode. Right? Because, like, if you do it like this... bam, bam, and then you hit the ground on the last hit, and so it does a lot of damage that I'm not expecting. So bam, bam, and then you hit the ground. I messed it up there. One more time. Bam, bam, and then you hit the ground, and then it's like a huge burst. Definitely the better version, in my opinion. It's a lot of damage. I'll show you guys the cooldown, too. It is 15 seconds, but it's 15 seconds for a massive burst damage combo. Extremely powerful. So, Devil Dinosaur for Vanguards. Devil Dinosaur gets his Impact Beam, which is his right-click, replaced with a Water Spray, which will actually heal allies on top of doing its original effects. It also can, like, that recharge, go through all your allies and heal them too, so it's pretty good. And when you have Jeff on your team, the benefit is Jeff could ride you just like Punisher does, and that brings me to the next one, which I think is probably gonna be better in my opinion. And this one right here, it basically gives him a ranged attack. It literally gives him a ranged cannon. It's cool as hell, man. Like, this one is one of the coolest team-ups in the game visually, okay? It's just so damn cool. It doesn't do, like, a crazy amount of damage. Like, it's not crazy or anything. Let me just summon a bot here. Like, it's not broken or absurd, but, like, giving Devil Dinosaur... Why does it not work now? The button's not working. That's awesome. Giving Devil Dinosaur a ranged attack on his base kit, and let me see what the cooldown is. 12 seconds. That's honestly not bad at all. And the Punisher can ride you as well if you want. Definitely a pretty good team up for Devil Dino. Rogue has quite a good team up. The Magneto one is pretty okay. You basically you absorb more damage in your defensive stance, and you also take less damage. So then it then gets converted, because you're absorbing more damage. It gets converted into even more damage with your Brawl ability after your Seldom Brawl. And if Magneto's in the game, it also does knockback. So let's summon a couple Phoenixes here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The Gambit one's probably better, though, but let's just see what I'm talking about. So absorb, and then absorb. And we'll do one more. Boop, into a bam. So half her health. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then I guess you keep the absorption for a bit. That's pretty cool. Boop. And then you keep the absorption after using it. Wow, that's actually nice. Yeah, so you actually keep the absorption. It doesn't really run out as quickly. Look at that. See the absorption bar? Yeah, it definitely gives the Gambit one a run for its money, but like, guys, like, look, okay? The Gambit one is just too good, and I'm gonna show you right now. So the Gambit one, it's just the Gambit team up that she's had for multiple seasons now. It's the same one. It's basically the same one. The only difference is if you have a Gambit on your team, you don't have to press C to use it. It is always on, right? It's always on. So instead of having to press C, it's always on. And it's a part of every combo. Bam, bam, bam. Now imagine with Gambit, you don't have to press C. It's just always on. Very, very, very good. I know they nerfed Rogue in the patch notes, but this is wise, because she gets this on base kit, which is really, really strong. And I think NetEase saw the fact that Rogue is like a picker ban when Gambit is in the game, and they realized, well, if she's picker ban because of the Gambit team up, we should probably nerf her before giving her the kit as a baseline. So thankfully, though, in the patch notes, the nerfs weren't like really big. I'll be honest, they weren't really big, which is good. Rogue is still great, just because like this team up, the damage is crazy. Remember, guys, it also heals people around you. On top of the extra damage you're seeing now, it also heals people. So yeah, guys, Rogue is absolutely freaking back. Angela, oh man, okay. So the Loki team up for Angela, guys, this one is really, really good. Okay. It's essentially like the best part of her kit, and the only reason she's so damn good is her grab. You can essentially cast a projection that will do it as well. Boop. Yeah, that is very good. Now, you could even combo it with your own grab, like into a dub. So you can grab once, send him, and then do it again. It's really, 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 really good. And if you have a Loki, you get 2 charges of it, right? 2 charges. One, and then when that one's done, I guess you have to wait. Then you can go again. Pretty damn good, guys. Pretty damn good. You can't cast them like together. Probably gonna be the best one, even though Star-Lord one's okay as well. But the Loki one is just way too good. The Star-Lord one right here. You press it, and there's a little timer, and then you can choose where to dive. So I'm gonna go right there. Boop. Bam. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I guess it's like an extra dive. I think reveal will actually reveal people that are invisible. I believe. It says reveal, so I'm assuming. And it also grounds people, so it's just like another leap, but from a distance. So kind of like from her ult, how she can leap from her ult like that. Well, now she can do without the ult. So she can just go like this, and bam. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And if you have Star-Lord, you get bonus health based off the amount of people you hit, right? So let's try on the bots here. Let's hit 2 people. 150 bonus health. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think the other one's probably better because it's like her prime utility, but I'm sure you can find a use for this one as well. Frost. So the Mantis one is definitely the weaker one in my opinion. It just means when you're shattering their sentience, which is your E, you get bonus health. So we'll do it right here. Bam. As you shoot it, you get a little bit of bonus health, right? As you shoot it. It's okay. I think it depends on like the tank. So if they're more HP, you get more bonus HP. But on Mantis here, when you have a Mantis, it does get even better, which is when you shatter it, you get a one-time big boost of bonus health, and it lowers the cooldown of it. So I'll turn cooldowns off for this one. You pull the sentience out, bam, it gets shattered, and then the cooldown gets lowered, and I get a big boost of bonus health. It's pretty okay. I'd say it's okay. The Luna one's definitely better. I think it's actually bugged on the server right now, on the test server, because the way it's supposed to work, I'll show you, is the base one just shoots out energy, damaging and slowing enemies, and then in diamond form, it's supposed to put out the barrier from previous seasons. However, the way it works now is in your basic form, it puts out the barrier. It's supposed to do like a frost damage, and then in diamond form, it puts out a barrier, right? And then when you have a Luna on your team, when you're in diamond form, you simply put a slow effect on every attack. You put a slow effect on every attack, and with your telepathic pulse, which is your basic left click. So your basic left click will apply slow to everyone you hit, and while you're in diamond form, your melee attacks. So just constantly putting slows on everyone basically permanently. Pretty good, pretty good. Definitely probably the better team up with the Luna one. The Mantis one seems a bit weak in my opinion. I mean, depends. Maybe if you're solo tanking, or if you're solo tanking, maybe I'd recommend the Mantis one just for that consistent extra like survivability. Let's show you guys right now on a higher HP target how much you get. Let's go over here, and let's put in a Groot, and let's go. Yeah, so up to 900. Definitely gives you a lot more survivability if you're solo tanking, but I still think the Luna one's probably like overall just kind of better. Thor gets a very, very cool one, and is essentially a kamikaze, right? When you die, you self-res for a couple of seconds with decaying bonus health, and basically it's like an extra chance. If you land a kill in that window, you will fully self-res. If you don't, you will die. You cannot be healed in this window. So let me make sure this bot's pretty low, so I can show you guys when he kills me. Boop, you self-res. If you land a kill, you resurrect. If you don't, your HP bar drains. I'll show you how quickly it drains. It drains over the course of the next couple of seconds. And there's a little bar that shows you cannot be healed in the meantime. Let me show you right here. Bam, you get 600. You can't summon more bonus health. You're kind of just like cooked, and yeah, and then you're dead. So it's like a second chance, right? And with Hela, it's basically the same thing, but if Hela also lands a kill, so not just you. That's the only difference. If it's Hela, then Hela could land a kill, which keeps you alive. The Angela team up is the exact same team up that he already has in the game, right here, where you just get an extra leap. Basically, you can throw a spear like her little ult and then leap to it. Ooh, pretty cool. And if you have Angela, leaping to it gives you bonus health. I'll show you right here how much bonus health it actually is. But boop, and 100 bonus health, actually pretty good. And I don't think the cooldown on this is that bad actually. 20 seconds, that's really not bad. I think depending on your play style and what you're playing into, they're both pretty good. I mean, the extra life, like, you got to be careful about it because it seems like a Wolverine passive situation where you could completely waste it. Like, if you go into a team fight where your team is just going to lose it anyways, you could get no value on this ability, and then it goes on its long cooldown, and then you have to wait, and you don't lower the cooldown of it at all. Yeah, there's no way to lower its cooldown. It just kind of happens. So let's do it right here. So if you go into a fight where there's no chance of you winning anyways, like a Wolverine passive, and then you waste it, actually, 30 seconds is not bad. I take that back. I thought it was a lot longer. Oh, right. It's longer if you successfully res. Yeah, it's longer if you successfully res. Okay, so that changes it. did not test that. Okay, that changes it a lot. It's way longer if you fail to res. Let me just reset the cooldown. So if you do res, though, I'm pretty sure it's a much longer cooldown. I wasn't just seeing things earlier, was I? Yeah, it's a longer cooldown. It's 50 seconds. It's a longer cooldown if you actually land the res. Oh, and you do get healed too. That's with the Hela. With the Hela, you get continuous healing after. Yeah, it's definitely pretty good in my opinion. It's pretty good. Considering I didn't know that if you fail to res, it's a 20-second. It's a very short cooldown. That's crazy. Yeah. Probably go with the Hela one, but like there's definitely some value in the Angela one as well. They're both good, but the Hela one might be a clear winner. Peni Parker. So, you have two options, right? You have one option, which is supposed to be for offense, and then one option, which you're supposed to go with on defense. I think that's how it's supposed to be. The offensive one is Vibranium Mech. When you activate it without Black Panther, it simply grants you a damage boost to your Cyber Web cluster, right? And now if you have Black Panther, it also gives you a frontal shield. It's bugged on the server. It's bugged. So without Black Panther, it still gives you the shield. But what it's supposed to do is right there, faster attack speed. Pretty good. And then if you have Black Panther, you see you get the 300 thing shield. Pretty good. Definitely the clear winner on offense, unless you're doing some flank Penny shenanigans, then maybe you can go with this one. But this one is just this. It's the same rocket team up that was in the game before. Like literally exactly the same. There's like no differences. You get 2 mines. Pretty good. Right here, 2 mines, and then Rocket puts down his beacon as well. Yeah, exactly the same as before. Definitely the clear winner on defense. And the other one, probably the clear winner on offense. I mean, like, if you don't have a Black Panther, though, this is on, I believe, a 20-second cooldown. So, like, you might actually get more value with 2 mines, even on offense. Just because, like, maybe you'll have a Black... If you have a Black Panther, then you maybe go with this one. Because, like, the bonus effect is that, with the Rocket Network, the Rocket gets mines on his BRB, right? And your own mine passively regenerates its own health, but you still get 2 mines on the baseline. So I think the Rocket Network on baseline is probably better than the Black Panther one. But if you're on offense and you have a Black Panther, I'd probably go with Vibranium Mech. Although this one is really, really good though. So both good team-ups, both valid options. The Thing gets some pretty good team-ups, especially one that's incredibly good against Poke. It's basically his Fantastic Four team-up that's backed into the game. And it's pretty strong too. It grants him bonus health based off the amount of health he's missing. It's not like Venom. It doesn't go up to like 1,000. And then when you have an Invis on your team, every bit of damage you take refreshes the bonus health and sends out healing to allies. So wait till I get to around 300. We'll pop it. We get a bit of health and it refreshes it as you take damage. So you need to take... You can be depleted if you're taking a lot of damage. But, so yeah, it lasts a couple seconds. There's not a 15-second cooldown. It's pretty small. But I'll show you one more time so you can see as you take damage, it does send out little healing waves. Every couple seconds, I believe. Where is it? Here, right there. Yeah, every couple seconds, it sends out a healing wave for allies. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Definitely, because it's only on a 15-second cooldown, and it lasts, like, 5 seconds. Definitely a strong choice against, like, comps where you're struggling to survive. This one is, like, the Hulk one, but with Human Torch. It's just the Hulk one, but with Torch. You pop it, you get more damage on your fists. Boop, boop, boop. Flaming punches, pretty good. And your right click does more damage, too. Creates a little explosion. I guess I'll show you how much damage the right click does right here. Go. Boop. Definitely pretty good. You can weave that in. They did also buff his overhealth. And then you can fly with Human Torch if you have a Human Torch. Right here, he can throw you. That's the enhanced version. Like we already have in the game, he throws you. Yeah, Thing's got some pretty good ones too. So, Groot has really good team-ups, alright? Here's the first one. And there's the Jeff one, which is essentially a Namor bubble, but it lasts longer, but it's not invincible, but it heals you. So, let's see, I'm at 500 health. You pop it. 4 seconds. It's not invincible, but it heals you. Pretty good. Pretty good in my opinion. And you can also reposition yourself, which is pretty nice. So if you're low on Groot or you get Wolverine grabbed, you can just yeet out of there. Pretty good. And when you have Jeff, the healing effect inside is increased, and any excess healing converts to bonus health. Let me show you how much bonus health you actually get and how much more healing. Right here. So bam, bonus health. If you want to pop it before taking damage, you can get up to 150 over health. And let's show you how much more additional healing it is. It's just that, right? Yeah. The healing effects and bonus health. So, boop. Yeah, definitely pretty good on the healing. That's actually quite good. And the cooldown is not too long either. 20 seconds. Yeah, that's a pretty good team up. Probably going to go with that one. But you do get the Mantis one, which is also really good. You get your Groot healing Mantis wall, which you put it down and it heals everyone. It is pretty good. It is pretty good. So you can put this in a nice spot. Now, if you have a Mantis, though, it does evolve after a set amount of time, which I think it just evolved. Yeah, it's healing more. It evolves and it heals more. So look at how much it's healing. That's almost like, it's like, maybe it's like half a cloak bubble, maybe more. Because like, yeah, maybe like just over half, like maybe like 40 healing per second or something. But also gives some overshields too. If you notice there, it's definitely pretty good. And I think it lasts forever. Like it's not going away. It just lasts. So you can like set this up next to your backline, and like your backline can just stand next to it when they're being dove. Like, is this not like guaranteed survivability for your backline? Like your backline's being dove, your support should just stand next to this. It's like a penny nest in a way. It's literally like a penny nest. It's pretty good. And it's on 10-second cooldown. So, I mean, both of Groot's team-ups are really good. Obviously, the Bubble Buddies is the play if you're the target, if it's very front to back. But if you're not the target, then maybe the Wild Wall. But even then, you could find value depending on the map. This is going to be up to you to find out which one's better, guys, because they're both just really good. And as for which one's better, it's going to be really situational. And probably depending on whether you have a Mantis or Jeff on. Venom, oh lordy, he has some very powerful ones. So let's look at the Phoenix one first. All right, the Phoenix one first is you press it and you hit everyone for massive damage like this. Yeah, that's so good when you're diving. It's pretty crazy. And there's nothing else besides that, just massive damage. And if you have Phoenix, it'll put sparks, which every couple of stacks will do more damage. I'll show you guys right here. Phoenix. And let's pop it. And he puts sparks, which every couple of stacks will just do an extra little bit of bonus damage. So it's really just bonus damage on it. The Blade one is definitely pretty crazy too, okay? It's definitely pretty crazy. They're both so good. Cellular Corrosion, new effect. While tethered to enemies, continuously siphon health, restoring your HP. And then, when you're teaming up with Blade, every ability gives you a random burst of healing. So every single ability just gives you a burst of healing, on top of the fact that your right-click now siphons. So when you go in for a dive, you have a choice between more damage or more survivability. That's the choice between Blade and Phoenix. With this one, the more people you hit with your right-click, the more healing you get. Here you can see, and then it also has the healing burst at the end because I don't have a blade. No, it's just, yeah, you get a healing burst at the end regardless. Pop it, and then right when it cancels, boop, little healing burst at the end. Okay, so healing with 3 people, pretty good. That is pretty substantial. And now the healing that you get on cooldown, it's just, if you have a blade, every time you use any ability, you get a healing burst. Like literally any ability gets used. So let me just get Blade here. I hate Simple Swing, guys. It's so annoying. Blade. Bam. I use my Slam. Your Slam gives you a heal too. Every ability gives you a heal. Every single one. So if I pop my Tendrils, simply popping it gives you a little bit of a burst heal. Just by popping it. And then when you pop your E, so right now I'm at, let's get down to 500 maybe. Bam. You get a little bit of a heal as well. And then you use your shift, you also get a little bit of a heal. Use your dive, also get a little bit of a heal. Press your ult, also get a little bit of a heal. It's somewhere between like 40 and 100. I don't think it's 100. Somewhere between like 30 and like 80 per ability, depending on which one you use. Definitely pretty powerful. Blade team up, a lot of sustain. Phoenix team up, a lot more damage. Magneto. So the Emma team up is probably the winner here. It's really powerful, and I'm going to show you guys why. When you use the Magneto team up, it casts a projection, and if you have Emma, the clone will last forever or until destroyed, and it has a massive health bump. But if you don't have Emma, it has a little bit of a limited duration. You pop it, and you go left click, he copies all your abilities. Every ability, he copies it. Bam, bam, bam. Every ability. Now, here's the kicker, guys, right? If you pop your self-shield, he will self-shield himself. You pop your shift, he also uses his shield. And here's the thing. If you shield an ally, he will shield you. So you get an extra self bubble on top of the extra damage from every attack. I'm pretty sure he almost doubles your damage. He's a little bit less damage than you. And you don't want to put him, like, right next to you because he moves in, like, a way relative to you, so you can, like, spread him out a bit. Like, if you put him over there, or, like, right there, and go like this. Wait, what? Oh, does he only drop on top of you? Oh, I guess he only drops on top of you. I swear you could, like, put him a distance away. I guess not. He goes right on top of you. So you move around like this, and then bam, do some damage. Pretty good, pretty good. I think, oh yeah, it depends on the direction you're facing when you, that's so weird. It's so finicky the way to move him. You're gonna have to get used to it and practice it around. But like, it's just so good. Bubble yourself, he bubbles himself too, so he has extra sustain as well. Bubble an ally, he bubbles you too. Sadly, no guys, he does not copy your ult. But definitely the stronger team up of the two. But the Wanda one, it is pretty good too, but like Emma one I think is just gonna be better because the extra utility. So the Wanda team up, it is pretty good. It is pretty good. You essentially get a colossal greatsword. It's just a big buff to your primary fire. You press it, and your primary fire does a lot more damage. Kind of like the Gambit team up, it's just pretty damn good. If you have a Wanda on your team, it'll buff your right click as well. So instead of one big shot, it'll do bam in 3 charges. Now you can shoot it once, or you can hold it and charge all 3, and then shoot all 3 charges. Let me get my cooldowns back on it actually, so I can show you guys. Wait for that 3rd charge. But you can channel all 3 charges. 1, 2, 3, and then shoot all 3 at once for a lot of damage. Woo! All 3. That's definitely a lot of damage. So you can go like sword into like. Oh, you can weave it. That's crazy. You can go like into a weave. Yeah, that's really good. Oh my goodness. So like this, and then. Whew, that's a nice combo. Yeah, Mag's pretty good with this, but I think the Emma one's probably better. But, like, they're both good. They're both good. I don't know if there's a clear winner, but I think it might be the Emma one. Just because, like, the extra utility on being able to self-bubble yourself when you bubble an ally. And he copies, like, every attack, so... and he also takes attention away from you with his health pool. So, Captain America has 2 really good team-ups. Both are so damn good. The first one is the Bucky one, but it's better than before. Yes, this is in the game before, but it's even better. When you press it, you dive to your ally, and you give them and yourself a lot of overhealth. 150 overhealth. Holy crap. 150 each, on top of giving them a damage siphon towards you. As you read it here, upon slamming to your teammates, you redirect a portion of their incoming damage to you. So if you have a diver that goes in before you, you then jump to them, give them a ton of overhealth, and for a slight period of time, damage is redirected to you. Now, if you have Bucky on your team, it also gives your ally a speed boost on top of letting you leap to your Bucky right here. You can leap to your Bucky as well, which does the same thing. Basically, they charge at one another, giving each other bonus health and movement speed to all nearby allies. So you guys, you see here. Oh, he's not close enough, is he? Come on, come closer. Right there. It also gives it to allies, versus normally it doesn't really give it to allies, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the ally. But if you have the Bucky team up, it gives it to other allies in the radius. So super good for anti-dive and very good for supporting a dive. Like, it's both, right? You support your own diver that goes in, and you are able to be anti-dive. Like, this team up is actually crazy. If you don't have the Bucky, it's still really good. The Thor one is damage, right? It's the difference. It's just higher damage. I'll show you right here. If you don't have Thor, I'll just show you quickly without Thor. If you don't have Thor, it's just a buff to your actual shield throw. When you pop your C, your shield throws deal lightning damage. So it's like extra damage. You hold left click and you become poke Captain America. You can poke, basically. So this is without Thor. For like how many 8 seconds you become poke Captain America. You just keep firing for all 8 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can become poke Captain America. So yeah, with Thor, it's just more damage. Basically, you get. I'll let you guys read it. You get a lightning field that explodes. So more damage. Bam, big lightning field. It's a lot more damage with Thor, actually. Like, a lot more damage. Like, watch. Like, it's actually a lot more. That's a lot more. And it's like the explosion hits allies around, so like you can AoE it, like right there. Like, I'm not even hitting him. It's AoE too. Right there. Pretty good, honestly. Yeah. I like both of them, man. I don't know which one's the clear winner. They're both so good. Like, if you have a Thor, This might be a case of whichever one you have, you go with. If you have a Bucky on your team, you probably go with this one. And if you have a Thor, you probably go with this one because they're both, like, really damn good. I'm actually surprised they buffed the original one. That's so damn good, though. You both get 150 bonus health. And, like, what's the range on this thing? Like, it's got some range to it, too. Like, oh, my lord. 150 bonus health each, and he redirects damage to you. And if Bucky's in the game, you get a speed boost as well. That's crazy. Doctor Strange, both good team-ups. The first one is the same one that's already in the game. The difference is if you have Invis, you also get a bunch of bonus health when you use your E. Well, I wouldn't say a bunch. You get 50 right there. It's nothing crazy, but like pulling people in is already like really good on its own. But they also added an additional effect where your Shield of Seraphim just gets extra value. So you can see it has 1,000 right there. Pretty good, pretty good. The Hulk one, I mean, it could be better. It definitely could be better than the Invis one at times. Not the baseline, though. The baseline is definitely not. Basically, all it does is the base effect makes it to where the energy charge rate gets boosted, and there's no anti-heal. So, when you go up all the way... Let me remove the Hulk so you can, like, see the difference, actually. Yeah, without the Hulk, you charge it... I gotta go over here. You charge it, and when you get to full... there is no anti-heal, right? There's no anti-heal when you get to full. Let me turn this off. Yeah, so when you're at full, there's no, like, anti-heal. I see when it starts to drain, you don't actually get anti-heal. Which is pretty good, and it also increases the charge build rate, right? So you build it quicker, and then there's no anti-heal. It'll just, like, last until it would go on and then disappear. It's okay. I mean, like, it's kind of like a noob trap, in my opinion. I don't think you'd ever want to go with this as a base effect over the Invis one, like, ever. But the team up with the Hulk one, it does become a lot better. You retain energy after using it, right? You retain energy, and the energy you get over time doesn't decay. So I have cooldowns on right now. Cooldowns are on, so you can see. But your energy just never decays, basically. You're permanently, I believe you're permanently at 100. Yeah, then you go down to 50 when you use it, and then you don't lose it. You stay at 50. And then you go back up to 100. And when you hit 100, it never leaves 100. It stays at 100. You actually store it. You don't get an anti-heal curse. Like, it does not disappear. And so you can literally store it for, like, the next fight. And the enemy team walks up. You prepare for an ult. And you go Eye of Agamotto into an E right away, right? It's definitely pretty good. Like, if you have a Hulk, it becomes way better. Okay, but without the Hulk, the Invis one is definitely. Hulk gets a really cool team up. So looking at the first one, the enhanced effect is with Wolverine, fastball special, like it's already in the game. But you also have the normal ability, which you get, which is you pop it and you deal a bunch more damage and attack speed, basically. Definitely pretty good, just a big damage boost. Now, when you fall to 300 HP, okay, with this active, you get the unstoppable effect for about 5 seconds. So we'll see right here, I hit 300 HP, bam, and then you get unstoppable at the bottom for about 5 seconds, okay? 5 seconds of being unstoppable, and it's on a, right there, a 60-second cooldown for that effect of unstoppable. Definitely pretty good. Now, I've tried testing, okay, having it below 300 health when you pop it, and from my testing, at least, I'll show you guys again, if you're below 300, like, you have to drop to 300. Let me just get the cooldown back. Like, you have to drop to 300. If you press the team up when you're below 300, I believe you do not get the unstoppable effect. Right here. Oh, no, you do. I'm wrong. It's always active. It's regardless of the team up. Oh. Okay, I thought it was in the team up. I'm mistaken. Every time I've been testing it, guys, I've been popping the team up. No, it's just always active. Okay, so you get a permanent baseline effect now of when you fall below 300 health, you become unstoppable for 5 seconds. Wow, that's actually amazing. Okay, this is an insanely good Hulk team up. On a 60-second cooldown, you get 5 seconds of unstoppable every time you fall below 300 HP. Wow. Wow, that's good. Okay. I didn't think it was like that. That's very good. So, Captain America 1. You basically have a big leap where you jump and you smash. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Jump, smash, jump, smash. I'm sure Hulk players can come up with combos for this. But it does also reduce the cooldowns of your other abilities based off the remaining health that you have. So let's use some cooldowns. Use bubble, we'll use E, and we'll use some right clicks, and then we will pop it. Bam, couple seconds off. Now let's go even lower on health. Let's go even lower, and we'll see how much it does. Let's go down to like let's say 300 or 200 health. Send that clap out. Send another clap out. Pop bubble. Pop my E, and then bam. Boop. Oh, it doesn't do too much more. I think it's about the same thing. Maybe it's more health. Lower cooldown reduction. That'd be weird, though. You think it'd be the opposite, right? So let's use my E. 15 seconds. Pop it. No? Okay, it is based off how low your health is. Okay. Yeah, so it does do that. And then when you have Captain America on your team, it also applies vulnerability. Honestly, they're both really good. Like, I think the baseline Gamma one is way better, okay, on a baseline. The attack speed and the unstoppable. But if you have a Captain America, the ability to give them vulnerability on people you jump on can mean a lot for helping your team with dives. Like, giving it the vulnerability, which then means more damage. And it lowers all your cooldowns, so you could, like, bubble yourself, and then you could go in, and it lowers the cooldown. Definitely pretty good. But overall, Hulk has 2 pretty good team-ups. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was a long one. I spent a lot of time making this one. I'm sorry I didn't get it out sooner. The test server went down for about 5 hours. The moment it got back up, here I am finishing this recording. I'm excited to see all the different combos in the new season. I'm, like, so looking forward to this new season, guys. Like, I'm so looking forward to it. The amount of different combos and combinations, it genuinely gets me so excited. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Certainly a long one, and without anything else to say, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.